Judge.
On 99.
Here we
He's
go.
on 99.
He's on 99. 228 rocks.
So if he doesn't get this, it's on you.
Ooh.
Sweetly timed.
There you go.
It's sweetly timed.
How easy was that?
I think he's gone into outright third.
I think he's one behind Steve Waugh.
One behind him what?
So in all-time Australian tons.
Who he was tied with?
I think he was at Hayden? I think it was Matt Hayden. So it's Ricky, Steve Waugh, Smudge, Hayden, Don, Pup or Border or Pup.
He looks so composed, his face, just when he took off the helmet. It was just like
Yeah.
a little bit of sweat, but just not breathing very hard.
Emotionless.
Yeah.
But dude, just coming out and smacking
Tiger
2
Woods.
fours to get to your 100, that's that easy. That was just...
It's so hard to stay focused for that long because, like in golf and tennis, you're switching it up. Here, you're just staying in the same position, facing slightly different balls, but you've got to do it for like 8 hours.
Yes.
And you just I've got to focus without like Tiger can at least like different holes and like different situations.
And the ball's there.
Yeah.
This is the bowler doing different shit, the wind, the pitch, the light.
That's why it's funny when you see him like sort of. I thought I saw Smudge do it the start of this game, looking up where he's looking at. Like there's like a blimp or there's like a
I think it might be.
They're getting it complaining like, can you fucking get that sign down?
I don't know if it's like one of those cameras, the flying foxes or whatever, or if it's like it
looks like a slingshot ride.
Yeah. So it must be one of those. Why is this thing so
moving around rapidly? Yeah.
But that's how focused they are. They're like that dot in the background is annoying me.
Ooh.
Oh, that's going over.
It's very much like the handprints on the About Even sign that are annoying a lot of people.
Yeah, I know. It's that. Listen, we got that. We got that sign wrong. Now, for those that didn't Google as quickly as me, which is really fucking slow, Ponting 41 Test hundreds, Steve Waugh 32, Smudge now 31, Hayden 30, Don 29, and MJ Clark 28. So. He's outright third, and I'll tell you what.
He's outright third, and he's done it in so Ricky Ponting's got 41 in 168 tests or something, and Smudge has played 90 something.
Right.
Well, I think it's probably worth getting up his what's the term, Tom? When he goes on with it, he's
not completion rate. What is it? What is that? Conversion rate.
Conversion rate. Thank you very much. So he's got 31 tons, 38 50s.
31 tons, 38 50s.
Yeah, compared to 41 tons for punter, 62 50s. Steve Waugh had 3200s, 50 50s. Sir Donald Bradman, 29 tons, 13 50s, if you don't mind.
29 tons, 13 50s?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Don was just a fucking free.
But he would have played a lot less as well, right?
But I'm saying as a conversion rate, right?
Yeah,
everyone in cricket,
Everyone
in cricket has a conversion rate in favour of the 50.
Does this 100? Where's this take his average to now? We've got a live average.
I'd love one.
I'd love a live average.
I could probably do one.
Well, also probably worth introducing our two guests for this evening, Hamish Street and Sebastian Anthony. Thank you very much for coming on again, fellas. Great to see you. Obviously a bit sort of battered and bruised looking your wounds post the golf annihilation, but we do appreciate you getting, coming here anyway,
Oh, mate, I love a comeback story. About Even first season was a write-off, and I said all my shit in life is like Gladiator. I get betrayed. We're gonna have I have the fucking bad shit of the movie happen to me real early on,
right.
And then I love the crawl back. And what happened About Even? 400 units up or something. So I like not like that we lost, but it makes a better narrative for when we do win. You got the easy first win.
Easy first win.
What would you say?
Wow.
What would you say to people that have the opinion? An opinion I share that you crumble pretty easily under the pump.
Yeah.
I'd say we shat the bed for sure in
So,
that
like,
round.
yeah.
But we also have our name in a Hacker Major trophy.
That doesn't mean shit.
It doesn't mean shit.
Well, it does, but
it does. It does. I'm somewhere in the middle here. It definitely does. We played amazingly. You would not expect the golf that we played. Hang on. Before that game, we were 8 under.
Yeah,
8 under. On the weekend,
you're playing
we
that
played
your
like
own
shit.
environment.
So to your point, Eddie. So I'll now meet you halfway. we played like absolute shit. You guys played really good.
Thank you.
And that's just the way it was.
But the difference between the other week and the Hacker Major is you play in a foursome with yourself. So you're pumping each other up.
No, it's just one
when you're a little bit of heat, just a pinch of heat.
Pinch of heat.
Just a pinch of heat.
They melted.
But look, I'm not trying to say we didn't play shit, but you said, do we crumble under pressure? We've been in pressure environments before.
No, you haven't.
Sometimes we've shut the... What do you think a Hacker Major
There's no pressure at the Hacker Major because you play by yourself. If you had to play with the other group, you wouldn't have won.
Eddie, I won your golf trip.
I see that.
Because no one can chat. You'll
exempt me from this example.
It's just
I have to.
You have to.
Okay, well, what about at the Hacker Major when we're doing that 170-metre closest to the pin? Street and I get on there with the crowd cheering. You missed the ball.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
but
that would be the
that guy beat
definition
you. And that guy beat you the other day.
So if we crumble under pressure, then so do you.
That guy beat you the other day.
He's got it over us. If it's as simple as that, I guess it is as simple as that.
Look,
they beat us. They fucked us.
I know they beat us.
I know it hurts.
I'm just saying we've got a bit more ticket
love.
that we're not going to lose every time. We've lost that day. Sure.
Well,
I think what they want as well is a bit of a bit of a kiss on the tip because they play
on
well.
the ring?
Yeah.
They did play spectacular.
Eddie played fucking amazing.
Eddie's drive, both their drives were good. Even where I thought they'd come unstuck was the chipping, and then I think the last shot that Eddie does on the green was fucking peach.
Yeah. No, listen, it was
good.
Yes,
And
I
I am
didn't see
impressed
that.
with your driving distance and editing those fucking videos. You know, you got to match shit up, and you've got a good where your body gets to and your hips at the same time on those drives.
Who was
So
watching
when I
you?
was saying that I could hit at 275 into a stiff breeze, and then I did. Where does that put me? Like in
Pretty good.
Sort of like
Pretty good.
Like, am I sort of generational?
No.
No, you got to be 300. 300 generational.
300 is
300
Into a stiff breeze?
Into a stiff breeze?
Yeah.
What about the one where, like, the first tee off of the day where you guys were sort of, like, talking shit to us and we're just like, I actually drew it, you know?
You did drill it, but it was only 175 metre shot.
Well, it was into the teeth. I'm not saying generational distance, but it was into the teeth of the wind, and I put a nice draw on it.
It was a fantastic shot.
Yeah,
It's not a generational shot. That's
no, God, no, not generational, but certainly...
Not like that.
I mean, you could argue shot of the day.
It's got its teeth in there,
I think,
golf.
to be honest, I think
It's got
shot of the
meat.
day, quietly shot of the day, was second hole, Eddie's little 40-metre one double stop skip.
You saw it.
Yeah, for the
Second hole.
Probably 50 out. Skip, check, and then just a little bit of spin back.
to about 4 foot.
Was that off the tee?
So
or
I hit a massive.
No, it was
So I hit
The
so I hit the
drive.
massive drive.
Oh,
280 into the teeth. Then we duffed the approaches, and then we took yours, and then I just get up there, and it skips, checks, stops, bit of.
then I basically sunk it with my first putter, Scotty, but you didn't take the flag out.
But I
which,
didn't take the flag out, which is it's on me.
Yeah.
Dudes, those Scotties feel amazing.
Yeah. Oh, they're like...
You've held one?
I've held one before. When you touch them, it feels like... Someone was having, some guy in the comments, as per usual, it's like, my dad told me that it's not about the putter, it's the man who wields it. And it's like, mate, if I'm going to battle, I'm choosing a fucking double-folded Japanese steel katana
really cute,
that a
though, what he
samurai
said.
has, rather than some piece of shit
Left
sword.
Terry say that?
No, some guy in the comments is saying.
Well, it's cute if it's left Terry. It's the man who wields it, Sebastian.
It's basically, it is essentially the samurai sword of putters.
It is the samurai sword of putter. It is. Like, there's no... And Japanese know how to fold steel.
Tell me this. How can it
like
be
a samurai.
light and heavy at the same time? Tell me that. How can it feel like both
I think
things?
I think they actually use antimatter or dark matter when they're...
That has to explain it.
And it's also part of the milling process.
And Scotty doesn't let
It's
like
a technical term.
retailers order because he's like, there's only a certain amount and they just go to certain points. You know what I mean? It's not factory line shit. It's just like, I make this many and this area can get that many, this area can get that many, this area can get that many, and that's fucking
Well, mate, it's milled by hand. It's milled by hand. and love.
Carly thought it was Scott Cam from the block.
That's what I thought they were. When he
When I told Burma doing a Scotty Cam challenge, he's like,
I was
Scott Cam,
like,
that's
mate.
funny. It's me, Scott Cam. I'm talking about a fucking putter.
I was like, why the fuck does Scotty Cam have a putter?
He's not that good of a builder.
I was shocked, dude. I was absolutely shocked.
But did you think it was like high vis?
I didn't think it was
High
actually.
vis
I was
putter?
just more like, I was like, what's this Scotty Cam?
With
I thought it was maybe like a joke.
it's got a little fucking nail belt on.
Australian golf.
Would have been nice. I thought it was a joke, to be honest with you.
Now you got one.
Now I
Well,
got one.
Yeah,
Is
and
it
they're
the
good.
23? What kind of model is just
Oh fuck!
They
I'd
would
have to
be
go.
23.
I'd have to go check. But after we played last Friday, I stayed back at Wallara and just spent some time on the putting green.
How'd they feel? They roll pretty well?
Yeah, mate, they're good. Look, I'm still trying to get to know him.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a very personal club. It's the most personal club you'll find.
It wasn't because you didn't putt that well on last Friday. You didn't putt that
No, I
well.
putted like shit,
Yeah.
dude.
No.
So did you, but there was some. We had some real.
I
we were like,
started well with Scotty and then fell away.
that's what happens when you're trying to understand. You know what
You get
happens.
to know
What's
him.
that?
Keep
What's that,
actually-
Dave?
Oh, thanks, mate.
What?
Oh, that's nice.
What?
Is that for us?
Is that
oh,
for
boys,
us?
You
Did
should
you
know.
organise that?
Oh, you should know.
Let me have a look at. Whoa!
Oh,
What's it
that's
say on it?
Whoa. Fucking, that's classy, boys.
What's it say?
It says Golf Champions.
Champions.
May 26, 2023, Tom and Eddie, Pound Street and
can't wait to
Sebbo,
win that back,
5-1
dude. I know.
in
Look at
match
it.
play at East Lakes.
What? So this is a very
Yeah.
specific trophy.
This is a very specific
Did
trophy.
you get
Probably
your
one of one.
handicap milled into it as well? or-
wow.
Oh, my
You gave us that handicap.
God.
We also don't play
Look
3
at
times a
that. Look at that. That's so nice of you, boys. Golf champions?
week. Wow.
Tom and Eddie Pound Street and Sebbo 5-1 in match play?
Let me see. Can I have a look
What
at that?
the
Is that what it
fuck?
says?
Is that real gold?
Pound.
Now, just
Wow.
for future
Did you
trophies,
make that?
you should get your terminology of how to write up a match play win.
We
just
didn't
for
make
future-
it.
I understand how it
Yeah,
works.
yeah.
But you know what sounds better than having 3 and 6?
Yeah. Well,
5-1.
yeah, but
Because we won 5 holes and you won 1. I know how you write it. I understand that.
Okay.
But it's not about that. It's not about that.
It's what sounds better.
Yeah, I know we were up by 3 with fucking...
It
Well,
no.
it was 4 and 3.
4 and 3.
Yeah.
4 and 3.
But you know what
That's
sounds
you
better?
want, yeah.
5 and 1.
Much better.
How good are trophies?
Or 5-1. Doesn't say and.
Yeah.
How good are
Anyway,
trophies?
that was nice of
how
you,
good-
boys.
How good are trophies when you make them for yourself? That's when you know you really have a trophy on your hands, when you crafted
No, we
it
didn't.
yourself.
What do you mean?
We didn't make it.
Can I just
You didn't
clarify?
make it?
No.
Can I clarify one thing? Is this like an individual trophy that you get and you keep, or is it a trophy that we fight
Well, you-
for?
well,
This
you
is-
made it.
You made it for us.
for
It
us,
seems
and
like
it says-
it's very specific to that date.
It
just
literally
seems
says
like it's-
Golf Champions May 26, 2023.
So I don't know if that's like
Okay.
perpetual.
Yeah.
It seems
Yeah,
like
yeah,
something we
yeah.
just hold on to
It's good
forever.
it's good to be on the board, guys.
Oh, we're, I
On the
think we're a
board.
bit more
I
on
think
the,
on
on
the
the
board.
board.
I got 3 golfing trophies.
That's all right.
in the cabinet, so
How many you got, Sebbo?
One.
Nah, I don't know about
Pack a
that.
major.
No, but not one against
share
us,
one.
you know. I think it's just... We got to get this mounted, right? Can we... it's pretty big. Schmick.
Fucking big.
of
It's
course
heavy.
you do. Of course you
It's
do.
heavy. Do you want to feel how heavy?
well,
it is?
Yeah, I'd love
pretty
to.
heavy.
Well, it's proper.
So this will be mad. So we're going to get our plaque here the next game. And then
Well, no.
Well, listen, I don't know.
I need a better trophy than that because there's no design.
it's
in
very
the middle of it.
origin. It's
I
like
don't
the
know if it
fucking
lands
shield.
Yeah, look, there's some weight to it, though, isn't there?
Yeah, it's mad. Where did you...
Well, I don't
did
know.
you
Where'd
get
you
it?
get it from?
No?
Where'd you get it from?
Don't pretend like you didn't get it made.
No, come on. Listen, it was classy for you. It was classy.
These are a nice touch.
Yeah.
The 4 pillars, 5 in the middle.
How's it feel?
We should have got. I mean, wish we got you guys 2 there. It would have been better because then an Ambrose kind of thing. But
Listen, at the end of the day, let's call it what it is. You went through and you did the stroke play. Apparently, you beat us by 1. I played 3 times in the last probably 4 years.
Yeah.
yep,
He's dog shit.
yep.
150 for Travis.
I know. No, like when we take you guys on.
Hey!
There's got to be a handicap.
Oh, 100%.
Of course he is.
100%.
You guys play off like 16 or 14 or something.
Well, if you
I
wanted
don't even
to,
have a handicap.
I'm an 18, dude.
yeah,
I suck.
If you wanted to do the most legit handicap, if for the next one, I'm not saying this is it, but this is what it'll be. Ambrose handicap is your handicaps together divided by 4. So Streety's 18,
yeah.
I'm 16.
Yeah.
So what's that? That's 34.
the problem is,
divided-
the problem is
Yeah.
Tom and I don't have handicaps.
Yes, but you guys would be no more above 30 and probably no less than 22. You'd
I
in
could be
that-
above 30.
No,
No way.
no, you don't know
Not
how
with that
handicaps
drive.
work though.
I don't know how
yeah.
handicaps work either. No, that's a good point.
Handicaps are based on Stableford.
Which I
And
also don't
8 out of
understand.
20. So it's like you can Yeah, it's basically...
It's not stroke.
It's
so
not
you can't
stroke.
So basically you just wipe a hole if you have a blowout. You just get 0 points.
And it marks you as a double.
You'd
It marks
still
you as
get
a double on your handicap. So it's like you can't get above like... If you're a 30 handicap and you get like 10 on a hole, it'll say you got 7.
I can't get like an 11-shot hole.
No,
Well, that's great. I
And
love to
you
hear
still get
that.
a point for like a 6, like a 2, a double bogey.
If you're a
You still get
25
point.
handicap, you get like 2 shots on
we
half the
don't.
holes. So if you make a par on that, you get like fucking 6 points in shit, and you're trying to get
Because the holes are
32.
rated.
Yeah, okay.
So you guys would probably be 25. I'd say Eddie would be like 22. Tom would be a 27 handicap, I reckon.
So then how would that do? I mean, do we get a shot, a hole, still?
I tell
How
you
are we
what. I
working
tell
this
you
out?
what. I tell you what. When it comes to numbers and math and stuff,
Yeah.
Tom doesn't understand.
Yeah,
So
not
he's
me.
asking. He's trying to make conversation with you,
Yeah.
but you explaining any more.
I'll explain it. Yeah. He doesn't. Yeah.
Just to
Just leave it out. Leave it out. Yeah.
It's not important.
I'll
That
talk
was
to
as
you,
offensive
Eddie.
as it
If
got.
Tom's a 28,
I understand. I understand.
And
'cause
you're
we-
at 22?
That's what we do on our golf trips.
Yeah.
I understand.
28, 22, so that's
Yeah.
60?
Yeah. No, I get.
He
No,
gets
50,
it.
Yeah,
He understands.
50.
it.
So
I don't
50
understand.
divided by 4, 12 and a half, rounded up 13. So if we play off an 8 and you guys will play for 13, there's a difference of 5. You get 5 strokes.
Yeah.
So we would have won
You
anyway.
get 5 on
Yeah.
the
We would've-
So we would have
holes.
won.
We
Yeah.
pounded
So we
it.
still won.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, no. Forgetting whatever happened, I just think for the next one, we find that
Listen,
nice
there's
middle
a
ground.
chance we
You're
may
very
never.
competitive, aren't you, Sebbo?
Yeah, there's a chance we may never play again. You know, we may just hang them up, hang up the clubs.
Why would you want to do that?
Well,
So fun. It's
maybe you got to move on to another challenge. I mean, everyone wanted
All right,
Mayweather
fine
to
then.
fight Canelo
Do
again.
people want to climb
Fine then.
Everest twice?
I'll call it. Street and I versus you in doubles tennis, 3 sets.
Look at him.
Fuck it. Can you see the TV, or should we move the light back in time?
I can't see
Yeah.
the corner. And my boy, here it's Brimmy's first game since he was behind me at Gold Coast when we're playing golf.
Yeah,
When
didn't
we're
say
playing
anything.
at Alfred's.
I didn't know he was behind. I was telling
You
Tom
knew.
before. I knew after the fact. I wasn't going to run over to him in the middle of a hole, but if I knew he was behind
You
me,
should have
we
hit a
would've
ball
said
over
something.
there.
That would have been a nice way. That's
Oh,
how like a,
whoops! I forgot my
that's how like a
tee.
golfing
I left my tee
rom-com
on the
starts.
tee box.
Oh, sorry. Might play with you. I think they've all teed off now.
My friends
so-
are all gone. I may as well hang out with you.
You going back to the tee box to say you forgot your tee would have been such good content.
Yeah, it would have been. That would have been great. Hi, I'm Seb.
So is Johnny Depp meeting you here or what?
Looks like I'm gonna have to play with you guys. Hi, I'm Seb.
Emilio!
Where the fuck?
Emilio Estevez, man. I swear to God.
All right, kick off
we
here.
go.
Real big crowd for the Titans Tigers. We are at 39, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 39, 40.
What do you reckon here, boys? Who do you want to win?
I think I've tipped the Tigers to win.
But our tipping aside, like who?
I've got a
who would
soft
you
spot for
side
the
here?
Titans, but like
I do too. I do too, actually.
It's one that I kind of would be happy for either team to win. Like, I think I might be more happy for the Tigers because they're so shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
always like
too.
an underdog.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now that Tigers are almost playing
Too good.
They've jumped that hurdle. That's in the rear vision mirror.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, now I don't want you to win
No,
anymore.
but Tigers have Tigers are out of that spot where
They're pathetic.
the evil side of me, like the devil on one shoulder,
Yeah.
just wants to see teams just get pounded.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Like St George, for example.
Well,
Like I'm really
Burn
enjoying that
vibes.
at the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah, yeah.
I feel sorry for Ben Hunt. I feel sorry for all the players, but like club-wise, I'm sort of getting off on it. I don't care who wins this game. That's the reality. I'm not going to tell a porcupine.
No,
fair
I couldn't
enough.
give. I couldn't.
I
give
don't
a
care.
fuck.
I'm interested in the truth, Eddie, and I like
You've
that.
got we've got some bets on though. Haim, who did you have first try scorer?
Tino.
Tino. I have Philip Sammy. I also had a little look at Stefano.
Didn't mind that little look. Where'd you get him at first?
26.
Like it.
Sebbo,
Brimo.
Edward.
I had Jaden Campbell
I'd like that as well.
with the 6 on his back. 23s. Stefano relatively short.
Dude, for any time, Stefano was paying 4 something,
450, I
Yeah.
think, off the top of the dome.
which
Interesting.
is not much.
No, it's not. It's not much at all. Where'd you watch your Origin football on Wednesday, gentlemen?
At home.
Home for me, yeah.
Tough
I
night.
prefer watching it at home than a pub because I like the commentary. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you
yes.
want to be able to hear it and shit.
It's like watching a fight. I don't like watching
The
fights.
UFC being able to hear the commentary is very, or fighting in general, you're right, it's much better.
Yeah, but some of my greatest memories have been, and I'm sure you would have to agree at least a little bit, Beach Road, when
Depends on the
Eddie
fight.
Alvarez-
Depends on the fight.
Some of those fights were just like you'd hear the whole crowd roar. Remember when
Yes.
George Masvidal fucked up
Ben Askren.
Ben Askren
And
when
the TV
camera
turned
went
off? That was crazy.
That was fun. As soon as he leg kicked him, it went off.
No, he literally
Didn't
it's-
it? Yeah. Oh, no, it went off.
He
We didn't say
started
anything.
running. He started running at him.
Yeah,
The camera,
that's right.
all TVs turned off. It turned back on, and he was stiff on the ground.
Yeah. We're in the pokey room. Not the pokey room, the tab area. Yeah.
And there's been a few with Izzy and Gustelin. Remember that one? That Gustelin he ended up. Izzy
that was
ended
a
up beating him.
fucking cracker
That's
fight,
what I
wasn't
remember,
it?
where I was just like, "Holy shit! What am I
That was a
watching?"
Did I see
Cracker.
Bam Bam sign with someone else today?
What, another fight promotion?
Looked like it. Looked like he joined the same one Izzy was at.
Oh, you mean, wait, management?
Adesanya.
what? There's
Oh,
like
left
a new.
Australia.
And
Wait,
is there like a live golf fight?
a new
promotion or
management?
something?
It's called something advisory. Can you look into that, Dave? Something advisory, and they've got a roster of
Bam
fighters.
Bam Tuivasa signed with someone. Just go to his Instagram, maybe.
Like, is there a second?
I don't think so. There's heaps, but I don't think that's what. This
No.
is.
No,
I mean,
he's saying
I'm talking-
management. He's
no,
talking
so
management.
he was with.
Oh, there's like a live floating around or something.
No limit.
There's a Russian
know
one,
me.
but it's
Oh, so he might have left from No Limit.
not
That's
like
what I'm
Right.
thinking
Lives.
potentially.
Hectic.
Can a punter or dribbler confirm that for me?
tell you what is getting quite big. Sebbo is bare knuckle boxing.
Dude, I got the
That's-
fucking Rockhold Platinum Perry card. It was sick. Eddie Alvarez and fucking Chad
Sicko, you
Mendes.
got it.
Yeah. Well, no, that's
love
I tell a lie. We get them for free.
yeah, but you watched it.
But
That's
dude,
nice.
I was fiending it, dude. It was sick. Rockhold got so fucked up, dude. His face split open, his teeth all knocked out. It was really gross.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
it's
I don't mind that,
It's
'cause-
management. Okay.
Which is called what? Because Adesanya used to be with Conor McGregor's one, Paradigm, but then he just left for, like, there was some new breakaway management faction.
There you go. Interesting.
Yeah.
I just saw
Wow.
that and I was like, has he left No Limit?
Chosen advisory, yeah.
Oh,
so
so
a guy
Brimo.
left. I'm pretty sure a
Go
dude,
Brimo! Go Brimo! Oh, fuck.
a dude left. The dude who was at Paradigm, I think one of the guys left and then started this one and took a bunch of dudes. I think Della Maddalena's in it as well.
He is.
I've got moustache hairs going up my nose. Please
Someone
don't think
said
it's Red
it's
Bull punters and
Tim
dribblers.
Simpsons. He's an Aussie guy. He's obviously started like fight management.
I feel like it'd be fun to
Chosen
manage
advisory.
fighters and,
Chosen
like,
advisory. Thank you.
don't you think it'd be
Patrick
fun to be
Kelly.
a manager of fighters?
I'd be.
Yes,
Yeah, I mean,
yes and no,
Paul
quite
Heyman
real.
would be my vibe, where you're like, you manage.
He's a fucking actor.
Yeah, but he manages.
Yeah, but he doesn't actually. He's not
He
like.
does. He like.
Bro, he's not fucking getting Brock Lesnar's contracts together and shit.
No, but he manages their like persona.
He's a hype man. Paul Bearer walking out.
Just a couple of people saying the stream was fucked.
Paul Bearer made the Undertaker because he did those crazy eyes. And,
Yeah, held the urn.
Yep.
I didn't realize that Paul Bearer was a play on words name until I was much older.
What is it?
So Paul Bearer is
Bearer.
what you do when you like one of the people who carry a
I
coffin.
didn't realise that till just then. Yeah.
Till just then.
Oh my
Sebbo.
God, Sebbo.
Sebbo.
Wow. Oh, Jaden Campbell pumped. Sebbo. That's fucking hilarious.
You didn't realise
dude.
till just then. That's
That's just blown your mind.
That's
It
not
has
good
blown
enough.
my mind.
That's
Oh,
not good
Tino!
Tino, go.
Oh! Short one to Sammy would be
Yeah.
nice. I don't even know what wing Sammy's
Sure.
on.
Back to Tino.
Left, isn't he, usually?
God, I'd love to see Trav double up here.
The
Oh,
push
was that
from
fifth
the
tackle?
ground. Never a good look.
This is a beautiful setup, punters and dribblers. Just so you know, we've got a TV up to my right, your left of the cricket. Travis Head, 163 not. His best is 175. And then we've got the rugby league right in front of us. This is dream scenario shit. Testy pop. Testy pop.
That was probably
was
that's one of your
huge.
that was one of your words.
Yeah.
Can I
Oh.
clip that up, Dave, by the way? I'll tell you...
Clip that up and put it up.
clip that up, and I'll tell you why I think it happened.
That's probably the worst testy pop I've heard you have.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was a shocker.
No, it rattled me immediately.
Yeah.
And, like, you have a split second to work out how to deal with that publicly. Do you pretend it didn't happen? Do you shy away? Or
Well,
do you
can't because you're the guy that calls people out.
I know,
You've
I
called
do.
people out on,
Who did I call out? No, was it on here? And I kept calling him
Ned
out.
Brockman. And
dude.
you buried him.
I
And
did
he was
bury him.
in a bit of a sack.
I actually I buried him so hard, I was like, I think I should stop doing this, but I've committed to my, like, belief of calling out every time you hear something.
You rattled Ned Brockman big time.
I know, I felt
I don't know
bad.
if he'll come back.
No, he'll come back. Shout out to Ned. I won't do it anymore. But the biggest one was that Daniel Hughes on that KO stream. Anyway, I threw up exercising this morning, and it's made my throat a bit hoarse. So
Dude, I'll tell you a testy
I almost
pop story.
pooed myself as well, but that's a side note.
Do you want a testy pop story? Just a quick one?
Yeah. And then we can talk
That's-
about Tom pooing himself.
In year 8, he's got a heap of them. In year 8, Eddie Paulson. We all know Eddie Paulson.
Yep. Shout out to
We
him.
You know, like the older kids at school made, you guys for assembly, like let's make the year 8s do it like a song.
Yeah.
And each boarding house had to.
Not specifically that, but I know, like, just
something like
general
like
phrasing.
games like that.
Yeah.
You'd always like, and then so we had to sing I Got a Crush on You by Aaron Carter.
R.I.P.
I got a crush on you.
Yeah.
Found out. So we were fully taking the piss. It was like all these dance moves and shit. And then Eddie Paulson had like the main role. And we had to like rehearse at the boarding house like during like dinner and shit. And it was the biggest testy pop where he's just like, I got a crush on you.
Dude.
And it just erupted with laugh. Like it was already ridiculous. And then
There's nothing like getting like fine, especially
The
at high
whole
school,
school,
when
like,
like
just
there's some, you
laughing
do
at it.
something in front of everyone, and the sound of like a cacophony of dudes just like, ah! Remember in the
like
boarding
when you
house and
accidentally
you
call
drop
a teacher
a plate?
like mum or dad.
Oh,
When it's
that was the
you're just like,
worst.
I'd rather a testy pop any day. over that.
No.
Like,
When you called the teacher mum, say good night. These ground of that. Say good night.
Yeah.
It's all over.
No, it's tough.
It's all over.
Mom, I'm in miss. Fuck.
You're like,
I accidentally half-time, probably, let me have a crack at this. Under 11s, under 12s. Let's go under 12s. Half-time, orange stuff. You know, mum's run out the oranges. Mate's standing next to me. I said, thanks, mummy. And they go, mummy.
Oh.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. I want to bury myself.
It's tough to come back from.
yeah.
And where you're unforgiving.
I didn't
at
even want the
15.
orange then, mate. It was all over.
You ever done the walk up to where you think your mum is, like a group of women, and
Oh no, Trav out.
no,
Devo.
That's all right,
Trav.
buddy. Well done. 163 off 174 seeds. That is an incredible performance.
Well done, Trav. Done your nation proud. Siraj with the wicket. Trav, what does he just glove this down leg? Straight to the keeper.
Just a nick.
just a little.
Shout out to
slide,
Test cricket in winter.
Yeah, dude, this is great. One of those rare occasions, again, much eclipse-like, or a comet where you've just got two things at once: rugby league and Test cricket.
So it was the hail bop.
Is that the one?
Was the I looked it up. The comet,
we were talking about.
1997. Very, very bright.
Yep.
Like super bright, brighter than Halley's Comet. It's on a super long orbit, about 2,500 year orbit.
Right, so that's
it won't be
probably
back.
what I saw.
It won't be back
Yeah.
until like 4,300 or something.
And can I ask, like, I have this distinct memory as a kid when you're talking about, like, looking at the night sky shit, where I thought I could see Saturn, like, almost like the size of the moon. Does Saturn pop up occasionally?
The size of the moon?
Like, not that big,
You
but
can
like...
you can see Saturn with the naked eye, but it doesn't look the size.
You
of the
can't
moon.
see the ring?
brightest.
No.
The brightest in the night sky is Venus.
Yeah.
Venus is bright.
The brightest star,
Because
brightest,
science out with Eddie. Because it's like runaway greenhouse gas effect, so it's covered in carbon dioxide, which reflects light, so it's super bright.
I annoy people with that all the time. People like
impressive.
look up the stars. I'm like, there's Venus, the brightest, Mars, the red one. You know.
Yeah,
And
you can see Saturn, you can see Jupiter, you can see Venus.
It's wild that
Mars.
you can still pick up the colour of Mars in the night sky.
Again, it's just the light because there's no atmosphere really. It just basically hits
bounces
Mars and bounces back red.
Very impressive stuff from Mars and from you.
just carried in the photosynthesis.
No, that's a plant term.
No, that's when plants
turning
basically
oxygen into
Listen.
carbon dioxide.
Oh,
into
Did you have him FTS?
Yeah, he did.
He's my boy. This is when you have a relationship. That's what it is.
Well, listen, I'm one down.
First
Give me a
time.
star for Toa.
Baggy green off the mark with a 4.
Love that. Well done, Sebbo.
Well done.
Well done, mate.
Well done. That's also 1 down for my ATS. Like that.
I know how to get a Brimo.
You do know how to get a Brimo. Oh.
But, mate, to answer your question, just to bow it, you're not going to see
Saturn
the
rings.
rings.
Yeah, okay.
No, not without
No, that was
without
just
a
like
telescope.
4-year-old me probably imagining that I saw it. But
Not without a telescope.
Yeah.
Not as well.
What was Bruno paying FTS?
Fuck, that's
Remember you
short.
got him at $26 or
26
$23 in Magic Round
last
last year? That was phenomenal stuff.
That was good from you, Sebbo. Well done, mate. A lot of ratties out there tonight. Good to see you in the game.
Shitloads of ratties.
Good to see you in the game.
I really want to do an expose on rugby league ratties, but there's not enough good photos of the player with the ratty.
Well, I think you need to do a ratty shoot, mate.
Yeah,
have
you
to call
would.
the clubs and see can we come
Can we
send
come
some-
in
some-
or ask you to do it
Who's the
for
best,
us?
Katoa? Or is
Yeah, he's
yeah.
pretty big. He's thick as fuck.
Yeah.
But dude, like
Payne
Bradman,
Haas getting his braided
Bradman
in
had
was-
one that
it's
looked
not a ratty,
like-
but you know what I mean.
Bradman had one that looked like Jack Black's tail in Shallow Hal. Like it was tiny and thick and like stumpy. But
I like
in shallow. How do you even remember that?
Don't you remember? Because that rocked me, dude. I was like, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Shallow how? Does he have a tail in that, or is he just?
Or is it George Costanza
not-
or something had a tail in a
Do
movie?
you think of Little Nicky with Adam Sandler or something?
No, someone had I think Shallow Hal had a tail, didn't he? Or someone in Shallow Hal had a tail.
Yeah, someone in Shallow Hal had a tail.
You're making a habit of getting movie references
'Cause he would-
completely wrong.
I lost him with Josh.
You
didn't
lost
I?
$100.
Yeah, because I think his
Stupid.
friend was
Close enough.
being
That was George
shall-
Costanza, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Great
His
movie
little
though,
tail.
Shallow Hal. One of
It
those
was a good
like
movie.
was it early 2000s, late 90s, where you're like dumb kind of cheesy movies. But
Yeah.
They were like blockbusters. Shallow Hal.
That was Jason Alexander trying to branch out. He was also in Pretty Woman.
Great film, and he was in that.
He was the evil asshole offsider.
Yeah.
That was at the zenith of Jason's powers.
Got to see a pretty woman evolution from Titanic into Pretty Woman.
Pretty
He
Woman
gets the
trivia.
big hat,
I haven't seen enough of Pretty Woman, but it's a fucking
It's a cracker.
good
I've seen
movie.
it a couple of times. Pretty Woman. It's one of those good ones to watch. It's like a
That's-
bounced out
that's
rom
pretty
com.
good.
That'd
That's
have
good.
to be pre-gerbil.
Yeah, pre us knowing about it.
Yeah.
Pre any chat about it.
Well, pre being in the
public
domain.
sphere, yeah.
Bold from you, Richard.
For those that don't know, he was. There's a rumor going around.
I don't even
Richard
think you
Gere.
need to. I don't even.
Stuck
It's
in
like
But I
up
never
his
got
ass.
the Richard Gere. Like, I can rate guys, always have, like movie stars. You Brad Pitts, you're like, oh, fuck.
He's
like
brooding,
Richard Gere,
though. He's like,
but
mm.
Richard Gere, it's like, for some, like, I'm not saying he's ugly, but like, I didn't, you look at him and you're like, were you really like the pinnacle of things
He
that we
gives-
I
wanted?
get ya.
No, but
I get ya.
He's smooth. It's
he
less,
gives
less
he gives mysterious billionaire energy. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
and
he
I
does
know
have
I'm talking about
billionaire.
Pretty Woman
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think he gives that generally.
Like, he comes from money.
And
You
but
know
no,
what
but
I
he can
mean?
also play like a damaged, brooding hot guy. He's not necessarily super hot, but he's like in the Jackal. I'm
But
pretty
he
sure
looks
that's what
like
he
a
was.
marsupial. You
He
know
does
what I
a
mean?
bit. He does,
it's
like a big one.
You
Like
don't
one of
look
those
like
ones where
a
it's like-
statue. You look like a giant.
He's got a mouse
ferret
face.
or
He's
something.
almost got a gerbil looking
Yeah.
face.
He's got a bit of a twinkle in his eye, which was all the
does.
rage in the 90s.
Yeah.
Good head of hair.
It's all about twinkle.
He had
Yeah.
twinkle.
And you had to be able to wear like suits and like answer the phone in your room and
Those
shit. you know what I
giant
mean? Like-
phones and shit. Yeah,
we are
like-
literally just talking about seeing some pretty.
but you needed that.
No,
in the
you
90s.
did. You did. I miss the 90s.
So,
Yeah, maybe it was really Jack, though, from Titanic, who, like, spun the narrative that it's not about the rich guy, it's about the poor guy. You know what I mean?
Well, he changed the game
Yeah,
forever.
yeah.
He gave poor guys a hope, and then it was crushed out of him once more. Because obviously, and I've said this many times, 50 Shades of Grey, if he's poor, that's a horror film.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just getting tied up in someone's basement and whipped and fucking things put up your holes.
I didn't watch 30 Shades of Grey movie. Is it good? Or 50
Never
Shades of
seen
Grey? 30 Shades of Grey?
Fuck no,
50.
dude.
I haven't seen it, though, no.
I would have watched it if Bracey got it.
Oh, yeah. If Brace
yeah.
got it, I would have watched it. Definitely not with Steph, but I would have watched it.
Well, listen.
It nearly went to that Arnhem Hammer guy who's been fucking
Army Hammer, yeah, he was a fucking weird bit of
There's
gear.
a doco on him just being.
And then the guy Charlie Humnam or whatever had it, and then was like, actually, you know what? I'm not going to be the fucking whips and fuck guy. I'm going to like go and do.
I'll hang out for a go.
I'm going to go and do the gentleman.
Charlie's such a beast.
Yeah, he is.
Where are we at with James Bond? Are we?
You know what's so annoying
surely that's
for me?
got to be announced.
There's
I
no one
have
good
in one of my
throwing
betting apps. I put a bet on fucking
Better
Rob
have been Ned's.
Stark about 3 years ago to be the next James Bond. Like I'm talking before even the last James movie came out, and it still has, like I'm just like, can you just?
Is that just still sitting there in your
it's just
account? That's like a
sitting
pending
there. Can someone
bet.
void this for me?
Dude, no,
Like-
don't. That's one of the great futures bets all time.
Mate, he's in the hunt.
Yeah, but he keeps dropping out of it.
He
you know
won't
what I mean?
get it, dude.
Why
No
not?
way, because I just don't think he will.
Do you
I
think
also
they'll
don't-
go a left fielder?
I don't want-
Stark, the actor.
Oh yeah.
I don't want him to give it to
see
that
that.
fucking Superman guy. He's too
No,
Superman. Henry Cavill
they
or whatever.
can't. No, Henry won't get it because he's Superman.
He looks heaps.
They're his
good.
favourite. They're hit talking.
Henry's good though. Like I watched Mission Impossible the other day with Henry Cavill, and he was like the baddie. He's pretty good in it.
What
Yeah,
about Tom Hardy, or is he a bit too much?
No, he's too old.
Is he a bit Magoo?
He's too old. He's too old.
Is he a bit of a Magoo? He's a
He's
good
too
actor.
old and he's too Tom Hardy. There's no way.
He seems a bit of a Magoo, Tom Hardy. Great looking, great
I think
actor.
they're going to bring in someone young to mix it up because they've killed off Bond for like the first time ever.
The whole thing was that he was old.
Yeah.
So he's got to be young.
They're going to bring in a young, kind of under like 30-year-old Bond is what I think they're going to go
I
for.
heard the front runner
Zac
was.
Efron.
I heard one of the front runners was the guy in Bridgerton 1.
I haven't seen any Bridgerton.
The guy we're talking about,
Yeah,
the
the
black
guy-
dude who's
yeah,
always
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
everyone
yeah,
that
yeah.
Steph's always watching?
Correct.
Interesting. I don't know what he's like at all.
Ella's a big fan.
So
They hurry up and fucking do it.
You get the female vote pretty quick.
I could see Ella being in that
huge
show.
fan.
And Steph.
Oh, Sammy, don't you know?
Ella-
I just
Right.
don't want them to
Can't
go
be
the
in
like.
Ella was very upset with season 2. It wasn't erotic enough.
yeah, they love
Really?
it.
I go, okay. Well,
There you go,
now
yeah.
we know why you watched
There's a
it.
lot
We
of
were
tension.
speaking about it on the podcast today, actually, about how like shit like Bridgerton and even 50 Shades, it's like.
And there's other shows out there.
Yeah, there are. We just didn't know the names. But like, it's basically like sanctioned porn for chicks to watch in the house. But like, if I want to watch porn, I got to crawl into the crawl space up on the roof to go and beat off in private.
Reveal your spot.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you can't.
You know what I mean?
You can't load up.
Cream Pie 77.
Exactly. Or bloody.
Pirates too.
Pirates
Pirates.
2. I was going to say, because it's sort of like our sort of glammed up version. You can't sit down at 7:30 p.m. with a glass of red and put Pirates on.
But you can hear, they can be watching Bridget in the other room. You can hear someone getting fucked to an inch of their life, and it's
Well,
like,
it's-
is this play on?
I was sitting up one night doing some work, and for 40 minutes, I just heard someone getting ploughed.
Yeah.
And I walked in, I go, what in God's name are you watching? She goes, oh, it's quite sexual. I know. I go, quite
sexual. It's only sexual.
But there's so much like
There's been no dialogue.
close up of like. It's like crazy orgasms happening in a close up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
are-
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
It's just quite jarring.
People
to
are
watch,
having
to be
hot
honest.
orgasms.
Hot
Remember
gasms.
though,
So girls, they
pre-internet,
love
you'd
it.
have to like get up at 11 at night and watch turn on SBS or whatever, and like
Naked
please, yeah,
news?
please be a French movie on or something. Like,
Oh,
freak
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah.
So this
Please be
guy,
some French tits.
this guy Dill Bauer said that Bridgerton bloke ain't getting it. He was just in Dungeons and Dragons, and it
yeah.
flopped. That'd be crazy to give him Bond after that. Good point.
Don't you reckon it's funny when
Yeah.
you see a movie like that? And obviously you don't necessarily know in hindsight it's 2020, but I saw the ads that Dungeons
People
and Dragons.
asking
I
for
was like,
Streety to be James Bond.
ooh,
I'd
hey,
support
would
that.
you take it?
Yeah, I'd support.
I'd
that.
support it.
Where's that photo I've got of
That
you?
would be-
This is
There's a photo of Street where it's like
the
he
one
could
I
be the
took.
Bond.
The one I took of
In
you
Bali?
in Bali. It's hot stuff.
Can we? Is there a way to like give it to Tobler to put on the screen?
Well, I'm going to try find it.
Send it to Tobler and he can put it on the screen.
Tell me
to
this
see how
guy couldn't
hot
be
you are.
Bond. This guy is delicious.
That's really nice. I would.
You know the one I'm talking about.
I think so. That was in my best
you
shape
like
of
this?
my life. I did.
Ripped, dude. You
Muay
did
Thai.
two. You
Muay
did
Thai.
2 sit-ups and you were ripped. As is the street way.
I think I know that photo, and it's at home, like on his wall or something.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like 5 of them in my house.
Oh, hang on, it's on my Instagram.
Yeah, I was about to say I know where
No,
it
I
is.
tell you what. I mean, Seb would call this a mile away as well with me. I would love to, more than Bond, be in some like
Anaconda.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Or like some crazy where you had to just get
Johnny
super
Cage.
CGI with your fighting.
Yeah.
And just be made to look cool because of the special
Yeah.
effects.
How
I
are you
would
gonna
love that.
put
Yeah,
this in?
Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage.
Though I never saw the Mortal Kombat that came out.
Or
The new one.
a face-off because...
They are remaking that.
No, they aren't.
Yeah.
Really? Who is?
I don't know. I saw a year ago.
Dude, that's a great fucking movie.
Castor Troy is one of the best villains of all time.
Yeah.
And his brother Pollock's Troy as well.
Yeah, he was good.
I don't think you need to clip that up. You can just fucking hold it in your mind. Castor Troy, watch it again. The best version of that. I mean, they both do a good job at Castor Troy.
They do. Yeah. No, that's like both of them killing it.
Yeah.
John Travolta.
Because John has way more screen
good
time.
looking.
John is technically Castor Troy.
Yes.
Yeah, for most of the
Technically,
movie.
yeah.
I've got a
True,
trivia.
and Nicolas Cage is John Travolta.
I've got a trivia for
who's over?
Is that
nice.
Clemmer. Wow.
There's an interview with Nicolas Cage. Who's the other guy? We're just
Travolta.
John Travolta.
Just brain fart. So Travolta's in an interview talking about Face Off when they signed on from the character, but they had talked about it, but they hadn't yet seen each other. So he was on set watching one of the later scenes, which was the first thing they shot, where Nicolas Cage is in the choir where the bomb's about to go off, and he's behind the lady, and he goes, "Oh, hallelujah!" Like he's just taking the piss because he's actually in disguise, incognito, but he's being like lairish about it. And then when they called cut, he goes, "Oh shit! Okay, so that's how we're going to play Castor Troy."
Yeah, that's Travolta saw that.
Right. And then he's like, and then so he took that on, and he's like, "Okay, Castor Troy's a motherfucker."
Did anyone see?
Yeah.
Travolta had good villain eyes, like Broken Arrow and shit. Castor Troy, he's got blue eyes when he has his kind of like.
Travolta was a weapon.
Yeah.
Like
literally a weapon.
Yeah.
Like,
he was such a good actor, and especially in those movies, like he was doing Grease and shit, and then he could also be Castor
But
Troy.
Broken Arrow, one of the great movies, like Chris Slater, good guy, Travolta, bad guy, desert shit, and you just like, this is a fucking good movie.
Did you watch him in Gotti, directed by
No,
E?
I didn't.
No. He from Entourage.
E from Entourage in his directorial debut. I
Apparently it was terrible.
Yeah,
considered one of the worst movies ever made.
Jeez,
I think that was...
He tried to make
Isn't
it,
that
didn't he?
so E?
Like, even though you can be bad.
That's just
if you're
E,
directing a movie for the first time, you're like, geez, I hope it doesn't suck. It's like to be one of the worst movies of all time.
The photos on the
my
screen of Street.
The photo of Street is on the screen. Leave your comments. What do you think of it?
What do you reckon? Could he be Bond? Could this guy be Bond?
Leave your emoji that represents how you feel about seeing that photo and make it thirsty.
Plot twist with the guy from Bridgerton. D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, didn't flop, made 50 million, was highly reviewed.
Made 50. That sounds like nothing for a movie.
That's what I would say to
Yeah.
A budget for a movie of that's probably 100.
That's a great photo of Streety. Yep. Pulp Fiction, GOAT movie, sure. But Gotti by E from Entourage.
But you're allowed to flop. Like if you have.
No,
that
this is like
much
the worst, like
arsenal-
one of the all-time worst movies.
Yeah, but it doesn't change.
Not on
anything
Travolta.
for
Oh, no,
Travolta.
Travolta's
it's on
been
there.
multiple. It's in Battlefield Earth 3000. Like
That is actually
like,
the worst
That
movie
is like got the most Razzies, which are like the awards for the worst movies. Like that's got like the record for the most. It's
Forrest
terrible.
Whitaker's in that, and he won an Oscar afterwards. I'm
so it
pretty
doesn't
sure.
matter
Is
if
that
you're
where
in a
he's
flop.
in Underworld? Like he's
He's like a
Alien,
giant
yeah.
octopus alien. He's like, and he calls humans rat brains, and he's like, rat brain, what are you doing, rat brain?
Yeah,
You're like,
right,
what the
right.
fuck is this?
I tell you
movie?
who's never fucked up even when he's in a bad film is Nicolas Cage because he's still amazingly electric. Where you're like, I
Well,
don't
he's
care that
Nicolas
this-
Cage.
Yeah,
the
but
whole
he's in a
time.
lot
That's
of
my
shit
point,
movies that
though.
you probably haven't seen because he's in like $50 million debt because he buys first editions Batmans anytime he spots one.
He's a weird cat. dude.
Really
He's
weird.
a weird
Super
dude.
weird.
I love him to death. Did you see
Oh,
the
that's
movie
good
where he's
ball.
playing himself?
Is that
Yeah,
in?
it's good.
I haven't seen
Fantastic.
it. Is it
Yeah,
good?
Yeah.
A
And it got
movie
a
where he
shit rate.
plays himself.
Like it's not like
Okay.
10 out of 10.
Oh,
it's actually
it's good.
solid
that's
8 out of 10.
that's bravery.
That one where he plays himself, Sebbo, is that the one with that meme that's come out with him and Pedro Pascal?
Yeah.
I want to see that
It's
movie.
actually really good.
And then Pedro yet again just
Pedro's so hot right now.
He's so hot right now.
Pedro's
What
so
a
hot right
moment.
now.
What a moment, dude. I didn't realize, because I never watched The Mandalorian, I didn't realize he was the fucking Mandalorian as well. I'm like, good God.
Narcos killed it.
Narcos.
He's only
killed
the
it.
voice in The Mandalorian. But
Isn't he inside the suit?
But like,
Doesn't matter,
I know,
bruh.
but Game of Thrones, he's got Game of Thrones, Narcos.
He'd be acting inside the suit.
No.
No?
No.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Why do you say that?
Came out the other day.
Oh, you know that as
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah.
Okay. But voice acting, incredible.
Yeah. Yes.
And then
Still, that's kinda
he
lame.
was also yeah, but
You can't you can claim it, but I think if you're going to talk Pedro, it's like Thrones, Last of Us, Narcos, and then it's like
Yeah,
voice
I'd agree with that.
acting.
Mandalorian.
stuff.
Last of Us, he was
Last of Us is incredible.
Narcos is fucking good.
I haven't
as well.
seen Narcos.
Last of Us was. It was. Just,
Cam Green gone.
There hadn't been a really good show in a while, and it came along in the best time of my life where I was just like, I'm so into this.
You know what I reckon? I know we're balls deep in the streaming wars, and this may sound contentious, but I don't reckon we get enough good shows for how much money they're spending.
No, neither.
Tell you who
neither.
reckons
Neither.
dropped off
I'm on
the
everything.
face of a
I'm
cliff?
on everything.
Like
Netflix. Netflix sucks now.
When
Unless
the-
you like reality.
When was the last good show Netflix did? I'm happy to be told a couple to spark my memory.
Ozark's the only thing they've got going for
Don't
them.
watch
in
Ozark's
terms of
good.
quality.
I didn't
but
finish Ozark,
They've got
though.
all like the, like Miami real estate agent shows.
Nah, I'm not talking about them.
I know, but like HBO's killing it. You've got Barry, Succession, House of Dragon, all in the pipeline. You've got fucking
House of
White
Dragon's
Lotus.
dope. White Lotus
Like,
is
so,
dope.
like
White Lotus
HBO,
is
if
sick. Well,
fucking
Last
like,
of Us.
Last of Us.
But they don't miss.
They don't, yeah, like
They don't miss.
multiple. I keep going to cancel my binge thing, and it's like, oh fuck, this new.
Nah,
thing's
you
coming
can't.
out.
You
Like,
can't because things pop up.
No.
And also Grand Designs is on there. For
Eddie loves Grand Design.
You don't worry about the world when Grand Designs is on.
Yeah, I get that, Eddie.
Do
I
not
get that
worry.
aesthetic. I like not Master Chef.
Bourdain.
Chef's Table, the Bourdain doco.
The last thing he told me or something, that's on Binge, not bad. Or is that on that's Apple, sorry.
What's that?
That's on Apple.
To be honest, most nights I'm just sitting down to watch Braith and now Gordy on NRL 360 with a bit of buzz off.
Yeah, but you need a bit of miso. You need a bit of miso.
No,
Tom.
I know. No,
Yeah,
I do.
I'm
Go,
a show
Jaden.
guy.
Steph and I both we both happened to be sick the same day, and the girls were at fucking daycare, and we pounded through The Last of Us. It was like
Good kick. That's
one
a
of
good
the great fucking days.
Kick. That's a good kick.
It's such a good show. That girl was so good in it. There was a lot riding on her, and there was some negative press.
I
And
know,
even
dude. That was so hectic.
I also was a bit like,
See, I didn't know the game.
She's not like I thought she would be, and then she ends up being better than the game version.
But you get that, especially in gamer
It's,
world.
Appy's got a fractured jaw.
These like super like incel people are like.
Yeah.
Benji looks like he's had to
they
cry.
just-
I know.
She's not exactly the way.
Appy's got a fractured jaw?
Well, you know who cast her? The person that wrote the fucking game.
Yeah.
If we
Well,
miss shit like that, let us know.
And people getting upset about changes, and it's like you do realise people.
Was that
go,
from
"Okay,
Tino?
wrote the
Was
show."
that from what Tino did? Because Tino got put on report for fucking hell. Appy fractured jaw. Great news for New South Wales and for Appy
When
himself.
did that happen? Just then.
Tino, I think I saw Tino get put on report. I didn't see. I saw Appy
Ooh, that
in
looked
there.
forward. They look forward.
Very forward.
Yeah.
Shit.
You can play rugby league, state of origin football with a fractured jaw. Needle
I
up.
don't-
Freddie's gonna have to go full bunnies then. He loves his combination.
It was.
talk.
You can play with a broken back if you're Mitchell Moses in Origin.
So
last year.
Tino takes him out. Anyway, Cookie's good to go, so let's not get carried away.
Here we
Good
go.
seed. Good seed.
Oh,
Good seed. That's too
wow,
easy. Is that
great
Aaron
ball.
Shoop?
No. Is that Haas?
Oh, Haas is, yeah. Haas.
Khaleesi Haas or Cleese?
Please, Haas. Is that Haas's brother?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Haas
it's
is-
Payne's brother. I don't know.
Haas is a handful, little Haas. Ratty Haas. They're both ratties.
Well, this is going exactly to script. Titans to get another couple, and then Tigers will come back a bit.
That was a great Tommy Talau in no man's land.
Khaleesi Haas. Klese. 5 tries, 1 game.
5 tries, 1 game.
Sorry, 5 games, 1 try.
Jesus.
I was like, that's impressive. What game was that? Why is he my super coach? Guy go through the roof.
8 games, 2 tries.
So that would have been last. Well, hang on. This app sucks. Oh, no, this season. It would put the 2 seasons together.
There you go.
There you go.
Sebbo, the only thing about Ozark that prevents me from watching it is my mum is obsessed with it. She's like, "Oh, Haim, you got to watch Ozark." I'm not going to watch it.
I thought you and your mother talked a bit of movie shop.
Hey?
Don't you and your mum
She-
talk?
Well, my mum talks and I listen. I mean, when my mum's in the room and she talks, she goes. And she loves a show. Loves a book, loves a show. And she loves Ozark.
I like Ozark for the same way I like thrillers where every episode is just getting worse and worse for them, and they like outsmart their way to get out. Like I like those as movies where people are like have all this shit they got to get out of, and they get out of one thing, and then it gets worse, and they get out of that, and you're like, how are these writers coming up with this shit?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
because the ways they get out aren't
you like
cheesy.
that or you don't?
I do like it when it's done smart. You know what I mean? When it's not done well, where it's like, okay, it's all believable. And I love that shit.
As opposed to
ones where, maybe you're like, it's a bit MacGyver-y, where it's like, oh, you're pulling a fucking...
Like a suit-style show where, you know, there's a new case we're going to solve. And then at the end of every episode, case solved.
No, I don't want that stuff. This is like long form, like, okay, we accidentally killed that heroin farmer, and then we've got a partner there.
And
like,
they
how
tie
do we
together.
And they're tied together, and like, how do we make... It's like Breaking Bad, how Walt's
It's an incredible story, dude.
Walt's always trying to figure out how to, like... juggle shit.
Well,
Ozark's amazing.
That's why they talk about the writers' strike at the moment. Just like they're the people giving us all that gold.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
don't get
it's not the
paid very
actors
well at
thinking
all,
of
I don't
this
think.
shit,
Yeah.
And they get all the accolade. Like the writers, I've got.
I think they get paid okay, but I think the reason is the reason there's a strike is because there's
the pay. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I think maybe there's like maybe a standard.
Especially in TV shows, because I'll let you go 1 second, Street. But like in movies, it's like, movies, it's like you put all your money into like a director because he's got 90 minutes to make, or she's got 90 minutes to make this thing epic, and like billable cast. But like TV shows, you need good actors, but you don't need billable cast. It comes down to the writing to sustain something over fucking 50 episodes.
Yeah.
Like... They should definitely get paid the most.
Yeah, in fucking... Well, Hollywood's now just Marvel movies where it's like 40 billion different fucking superstars, whereas it used to be like Brad Pitt could carry a movie on his own.
Do you remember the show? Remember the show Lost?
Yeah.
It was like one of the first shows where people were like, you get the DVD on CD and put it in your little laptop, and you're like, I'm obsessed with this show.
Yeah, dude, it was
we were like in year 8 or something, so that's like 2000.
I remember at school, we'd get on USB and everyone, it'd go around the school like USB and everyone...
And the OC, that was a show. I mean, but, you know, everyone loved it secretly.
Yeah, Lost was
I loved the OC.
But
I wasn't secret.
A writing yarn about that is, I remember them saying that they, you know, Jack, the main character, the
Party
doctor.
of Five.
Party of Five
Everybody
guy.
wants to be closer to me.
He was in
Great
that one.
show.
Yeah.
He's in Party of Five.
Right.
Matthew Fox.
Our parents have died. It's up to me, Matt Fox.
Take out my whole family and my fucking kids.
He was written out in the show. He was supposed to die at the end of that first show, where you go, oh my God, like this guy that we've invested so much time in dies at the end of this show. I wonder what's going to happen next episode.
Yeah.
But then they realized that this Jack guy is so good, we're going to have to him only just survive the episode and come back, and he became a main character. So my point is, these writers are working on the fly with test audiences, and it's all working.
Well,
and then when you get the finished product, it's juicy and it's gold.
Lost is the prime example of...
But they fucked that show up.
No, because when you're writing a TV show, you only write the first season. You don't know how the second one's going to go. And Lost just got to the point where, like, we actually don't know how to get out of here.
But that was the thing, though. But that's... Dude, for those of you that don't want to... I'm going to try not... I won't do spoilers here on Succession, but you want to look at a way to end a show and not fuck the legacy of the show. Yeah. They did it so well. Yeah. I thought season 3 I was getting a little bit like, oh, okay, the kids are trying to do... It was getting a bit samey.
Yeah. That's where I lost.
But season 4 was fucking awesome.
Season 3, I'm like, hurry up and end. And it's like, hey, I'm Kendall. And then eventually you're like...
Hey, and I'm Roman. I say fucking rude shit all the time.
You're talking about Succession.
Yeah.
You didn't think the last season was
saying
good?
the last season was amazing.
Fantastic.
It's just season 3 was shit.
Season 3 felt like it was dragging on. If there was another season after this, it would have been like, this is
how long can this happen?
Yeah.
Someone else just said, and I love it. We talk about it all the time, but Prison Break season 1.
Oh, yeah.
Prison Break season 1. Okay, I love it. So you got Michael Schofield, you got fucking Tancredi. He's trying to get the Pugnac, the insulin blocker from Tancredi, so he can get into the firm and get out. You got Bellick.
Is it the infirmary?
The infirmary, yeah. You got Bellick, the cop there. You got fucking Teabag.
That white guy you used to call me, the short guy used to talk like he's black. Hey guys, what's up, guys?
Yeah, that was Streety.
You guys used to give me that nickname at school. I was like, fuck off.
Yeah, Burmo is Bellick.
But he is Bellick.
Yeah, you're still Bellick.
You are Bellick, and you wear hats like that as well.
People are now calling me James Bond.
You wear those Bellick hats, dude. No, yeah, I know. Those like little, that little sailing hat you look like a Bellick hat.
You remember Eddie Josip Teklik?
Yeah, I know Josip, yeah.
So when we watched Prison Break in the dorm together, and as we gave everyone names, obviously Burmos Bellick, and then Josip was like, he was the most kind of
Sucre.
Yeah. We'll call him
That was
Sucre.
his name.
Yeah, so get this. I hadn't seen the guy since high school. I'm at a wedding last year, and someone's like, oh, Seb, like, Suk, can't wait to see you. I'm like, who? And they're like, Suk. I'm like, who the fuck is Suk? And they're like, Sucre. I'm like, Sucre?
So it's Stark.
Stark. He's known
that.
as Suk as his name. And then I was caught up with him, and I was like, Sucre, how are you, dude?
I love that. That's pure.
Wow. That's mad.
Like,
the power of the show as well. Just like
that's Prison Break. But that thing dragged on.
That's good kick. Oh, Jaden Campbell, thanks for going. Is that you, Tom?
I tell you what, I love a deep try. Like just a chaser that gets there right before the dead
I
ball
love
line.
that Sucre stuck for Joseph
Techley.
Techley?
Yeah.
Anyway.
But like,
Good man.
I watched Prison Break to the very end, trust me.
I know. We've actually talked about this before, and it takes a sick mind. A sick mind to go to the end.
Did you go? So there was.
I went season 2, and that was it.
There was the end. There was like 4 or 5 seasons. There was the end, and then maybe about 5 years ago, maybe a bit less, there was, because Schofield dies. And then there's the new end.
Does he come back?
And him and Link are now in like ISIS prisons.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I thought Schofield died. And I'm like, what is this? And I was just, I was like, I have to finish this because I went through it for so long. And I was like, I have to finish
You
this show.
didn't need to.
I know, but like I had to.
Season 2 was more than enough.
Season 2 is not even the beginning of the end in Prison Break.
No, but I'm saying season 1's basically it, and season 2 a bit of padding, and then you just stop watching.
Yeah, but so you never got to them in the Mexico prison.
Fuck no, bro. What are you talking about?
There's like 3 more prisons after that.
I understand that, but you pack it up after season 1.
Can I interject here just to ask a question because I'm lost as fuck?
Have you ever watched Prison Break?
Yeah, I'm just about to ask. Does
that was a lost reference.
When they break out of the prison?
Oh yeah, that was random.
Eddie, you with me? They break out of the prison altogether with teabag and shit, and they're on the run, and then half of them get shot down, and they slowly. That's the ending, isn't it?
Of season 1.
Yeah.
There's like 5 seasons. How many seasons is there?
They fucked that up as well. Oh, the big thickie, the white, the vanilla thick shake. Titans fan. There he is.
So season 1, they're still in jail.
No. At the end of season 1, they get out, and then they're on the run
from the company as well as the company.
So the company's the one that's trying to frame Link for murder.
And that actor who's in like all those 90s movies, like Perfect Storm, Armageddon, he's like one of the baddies.
Oh, Jaden's on. Sorry, I just need a buller.
I said that before.
I was over there scratching my foot.
That's okay. What's wrong with your foot?
Tinea?
Just none.
Tinea?
Hope not.
You got tinea?
No, I just had an itchy foot. I didn't want to start fucking taking my shoe off and scratching the table.
Punters and drillers, a bit of story time. So we worked out this morning, we had to do 2.4 Ks as part of these training groups we're doing.
With Jeff Athletic.
Jeff Athletic. Well, it's not an ad.
It is. Hit him up on Instagram if you want to exercise with him.
The man's the best in the business. My back was fucked. Now it's pure. You saw me hit golf balls the other day, 300 into the wind. That was Jeff. Anyway, we're doing these like training things where we try to improve over a 12-week period.
You do a test at the start, test in the middle, and then a test at the end and see how you improve over 12 weeks.
2.4 Ks today.
Time trial.
Quick as you can move. Tom, I will admit, I like to shit on Tom. I get great enjoyment out of it. But Tom's got dog in him. It's pure and simple, and you got to respect dog when you see it. And he redlined today in a big way. As soon as he finished, threw up and was planning his poo 4 or 5 laps before he finished. He got a bad case of the runs. He was, put it this way, if the public toilet was closed, he was going into the bush.
So, you know where we train?
A lot of people down there with
oval?
dogs.
Yeah. So it was like, you had to run 8 laps of this field. It was exactly 2.4 Ks, and it was as quick as you could do it. And early morning, you know, I'm a frequent, I like to take a nice dump in the morning. I assume most people do. I don't know. But as I'm like a lap and a half in, I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, I need to go to the toilet bad here. And I've still got like another 6.5 laps to go, 7 laps, whatever the fuck it was. So I am like planning, and every time I keep coming around, every time I keep coming around to where the bathroom is, I'm looking like I can't tell if the door's open in the toilet or not, but I'm like, I may need to peel away, but I'm like, it's a time trial. So if I stop, I'm kind of fucking everything up. And then I'm like, if the door's locked and I've got to shit myself, I'm planning on when you're coming down running along the try line, just fucking running straight at the bush, jumping the fence and just running into the bush and crapping my pants. And then basically having to yell to Eddie from behind the bush, like, go get me a towel.
Fuck.
Shamefully.
Thankfully
it didn't happen.
I've had to do it on a golf course once. Swear to God. By myself.
By yourself's good at least.
Yeah,
well, it's good at least.
I would never have done it if I was with someone, but I was just
when nature calls.
But if you shit yourself...
and trust, I'm admitting that that's scat news, but it was like one of those moments where you're like, I feel so much pain in my gut. I need to fucking... I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it.
Sometimes you got to go. I was listening to a podcast the other day. Who was it? Becky and Cam show, and I shouted them out on the podcast this morning actually. But they were talking about how, like, when you shit yourself, you feel like you're being betrayed by your body. Yeah. You know what I mean? You feel like your body. You're like, dude, we've had so much time together, and now you're turning on me in your time of need, and I'm shitting myself.
Anymore.
It happened to me.
What the hell's going on?
Summers ago in Clovelly, I was just like snorkeling out at the rock wall. And I was like, I really need a shit. So I started swimming back. And I got halfway back. And I was like, I'm not going to make it. So I swim back out to the ocean. And I'm not going to. Because I don't want it to happen as I'm like.
Go. Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
Where's Toa?
Well, that's the play, Sebbo. Yeah.
Yeah.
You swam out.
Swam out. And thank God it was just like a nice, solid, easy release.
It wasn't. Well, I think if you swim out far enough, obviously I don't think you want it. Like, no one wants to shit in the ocean. I think everyone's like pretty.
No, I think people enjoy it.
People are considerate enough not to like want to do it. But if you have to.
I swam out far enough to be well away from anyone.
But they could, it could float in on the tide, sure.
Oh, well, that's up to the tides, Tom.
Yeah, well, you leave it in the hand of the tide.
You got to go, I think is the,
Either way, Ella was doing the time trial with us as well, and I'm coming down the home straight. And as I'm getting to the finish line, I'm going, blah!
Look at this buncing.
Go! Hold on to it. Let's get it to Buller.
That's a good call. Hold on to it.
Where's Jareem? Nowhere near it. Knock it back.
That's knock on.
That's six again.
Good hands. He's off.
It's a knock on.
What the fuck?
100%.
It's all right. They'll get him.
If they tackle him, it won't be a knock on though. So good.
No,
move.
will they look at it? No. Wow.
Yeah.
That was like a knockdown.
It was, yeah.
It certainly looked like. Oh!
This is the
Big Norfo.
The sort of game where you'd see a lot of intercepts, Titans, and not a lot of kicks, just fucking
16-6. Gold Coast West Tigers half time, baby. Now, Amy Lee, what's the point of the stream if you won't even mention the footy? Shut up,
Amy. We've been mentioning it. What do we want to do today, boys? I'm happy to go Titanic, or do we want to toss things up?
No, mate, it's Titanic trivia. I don't know, unless anyone else has prepared one. People tune in for Titanic trivia, Edward. People tune in for Titanic trivia.
I wouldn't. Yeah. Do not ruin.
Where's
tradition.
my hat, David? Where's my hat? Now, what can I do today, gentlemen? Where do I go?
Oh, dude, look at that. Fractured jaw. But it's funny, he gets put on report for that. He did the exact same thing to Reid Marnie 2 weeks ago and nothing happened before Origin. Like, I actually don't think that was that bad. But he looks like he does it on purpose.
Tino's got a bit of bully about him.
Yeah, he does.
Especially in Origin. Yeah.
What's Brandy? Yeah, just saying he thinks Reid Marnie's was worse, and when he done Reid Marnie was worse than that. But fuck, he's been put on report. He likes doing it to the little boys.
They're pretty good, these guys, don't you reckon? Like
Brandy annoys me because he hates the bunnies.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Brandy annoys me, but I still like him. But it's sometimes hard with these guys. Sometimes I feel like they're not critical enough like you want them to be critical. Sometimes I feel like, though, the former players don't speak as honestly. I like when you hear someone actually really speak their mind.
Yeah, right, yeah. See, I've been impressed with, like, Kronk's. He's just pretty articulate, but just doesn't have enough. What are you saying? Like,
No, I like Kronk.
Speaking
Dude,
the truth.
Kronk and Matty Johns do a podcast, and it is fucking phenomenal. But it's like full analytical shit.
yeah, that's what he's
That's what
good
he's
for.
really good at. Yeah, Tino goes for them. Jesus Christ.
Oh, and he loves it too.
Yeah, he looks down at him.
Marty,
He's going to be suspended, right? He's got to be
That
suspended.
one didn't look too bad. Let's see slow-mo front on, though.
You know, I agree with you, but
like, if you're just pushing someone off.
yeah, I know. And you can also argue like the tackler going high on a guy, like the dimensions of two players. It's like you know.
I get if there's an arm separated and it's like a whack, but if it's like if it's just like you're.
Well, I wonder
off.
what separation is happening. Right, if you're holding the ball in and you do that, that's separation of sorts.
Yeah.
All right. What are we giving away, boys?
We got what are we doing? We got some breaking the yips merch. Oh, that ball did some stuff.
Not
What do we?
goat track stuff. We got the other stuff though.
What do you want to give out, bro?
What do you
tell
wanna-
us?
A pack. There's
Yeah.
the old double par polos, a hat,
Yep.
towel, markers, a pack. A bit of something.
So there'll be a breaking the yips pack. We've got so just explain what's in the pack again, Sebbo.
polo.
Yep.
Hat.
Yep.
Towel.
Yep.
Marker.
Beautiful.
Redskins show bag.
Yeah, it's the breaking the yips
Beatles.
show bag. Redskins is actually you can't say that anymore. Funnily enough.
Oh,
can't.
well, I meant the lolly.
No,
You
well,
meant-
trade
you
mate,
meant
Trump.
Birdie Beatles,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
you,
Birdie
buddy?
Beatles.
Sure did.
And then you'll get a pink P's and D's hat as well.
And maybe have we got a New South Wales 13 plus size dependent?
Yeah, but it's difficult because it's very size dependent. What if it's a Queenslander who wins?
Good point.
Sorry,
Scratch that.
Scratch that.
Stiff shit.
tough titties.
Okay, now saddle up. Obviously, the backbone of the movie is the romance between Jack and who?
Rose Duipicator.
Correct. Rose Duipicator. Now, they start to develop feelings for each other, serious feelings, when Jack, using the pen of the unsinkable Molly Brown, asks Rose to meet him at the clock. Okay? Make it count. Which is in reference to the star-studded toast that he made.
To making it count.
To making it count, which catches who off guard? Cal. Catches him off guard because he's like, well, I thought this guy was like a ruffian and now he's making all-time speeches in front of the fucking, the aristocrats.
Yeah.
And so we park that to one side, and we think about Rose going below decks. So Jack goes, do you want to see a real party? Gets down there, people are fucking banging away.
Standing up on their tippy toes and shit, playing the
Lots
spoons.
of tippy toes.
So, there's great music, there's great atmosphere, people are drinking fucking dark liquor,
Smoking
everyone's
darts.
smoking darts, dancing, singing, grooving, moving, grinding, right? Now, after Jack and Rose have a dance, they've sort of, expended a lot of energy, and they go to join the other third class passengers. There's a couple of boys having a fucking arm wrestle like this, right? And then I think Tommy loses, wants to go again.
Which one's Tommy?
Tommy's the Irish.
The red nut? You don't think he's a red nut? I
Want
think
to
he's a
get
red nut.
shot.
No. Yes.
Yes.
Gets shot. Tommy gets shot. So Tommy loses an arm wrestle. Anyway, Rose walks over and goes, so you think you're big, tough man? Grabs the dart, bang, pounds it, no filter. Good girl. and says, well, let me see you do this. Hold my dress for me, would you, Jack? Holds the dress, right? And then goes into a fucking toe stand for the ages, right? You got big, tough, strong, working class men, punters and dribblers, standing around, used to fucking punch it on, and they see this like sweet, innocent little rich girl come down there and toe stand the fuck out of them all. Alpha shit.
Wow. A lot of discipline in that.
What does the Irish third class passenger say as she's toe standing?
Oh, Smudge just chopped on. Sorry, Smudge just chopped on. Dave kept
Well
pointing
done,
at the TV. I was
Smudge.
like,
Well done, Smudge.
121.
Yeah.
Now, just the final, just repeat that question, Eddie, 'cause I'm sorry, I got fucking...
That's all right.
I got it. I'm dwelling
What is
on
the
it.
Irish...
What did the Irish third class passenger say as Rose goes into the toe stand.
Was it a man or a woman saying this?
Woman. This is niche. But we like it niche.
We do like it niche. Well, there we go. Well, look, Dave will let us know when someone comes through with an answer. Smudge, chopped on.
121, though, Tom. If I said to you yesterday, me old mate,
that at 3 for 70,
that Travis Head would get his second highest ever test score, Smudge would get 121, and we'd be panning the Indians into the earth, what would you say?
I'd say I'll take that, sir.
There you go.
I'll take that every day of the week. Mate, if we get 400 on the board, I'm happy with that. 430. Darren Lockyer driving a Kia. Love that.
Who?
Kyle Watson got it.
Kyle Watson. Well done, buddy.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
Well
a very
done, Kyle Watson.
appropriate thing to say at a time like that, Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Yeah, I think so.
Screenshot your comment, Kyle, and then email turbo@hellosport.com.au with your shirt size and your penis size.
Every time you Tonka drive, you just go, Jesus, Mary and Joseph in your new gear.
Yeah.
And you thank Eddie.
We now have Mitchell Stark coming to the crease as we...
Wait!
It's half time, hey.
That's it.
I feel like you did that last time. You're on here as well.
You're good, mate. Mate, 450 is reachable. We wag.
450 is definitely reachable. I mean, 400's 13 runs away.
We wag, bruh.
But we can also, not wag. But Stark said he'd do the podcast to Tobler and then didn't. He robbed Tobler of prize money.
Was there money on the line?
Well, we put a bounty on his head.
Yeah, right.
We put a bounty. Tobler sent us a photo of him and Mitchell Stark, and we put a bounty on Mitchell Stark's head. And we're like, well, if you can get him, this is the bounty.
Tobler, there's no shame in getting it horribly wrong.
He did say that.
Well, Stark comes undone in the end in Game of Thrones. You'll get your bounty.
Not even in the end. He comes undone fucking... Oh, no, I'm thinking...
Don't they? Well, they sort of win in the end, right?
Who gets...
Seb gets
who's Red Wedding?
Rob.
Rob
Stark.
Stark.
Stark becomes king, so they win.
Yeah, true.
I think Rory's a member at a golf club where all the cricketers are members at.
Where?
Around there.
Where is he? Bonnie Doon? Huh?
Ride Para.
They play so much fucking golf.
They'd be members everywhere, though, probably. Yeah.
And I think they get, free membership.
Of course you would, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it isn't part of being, the Australian captain. Pat Cummins gets membership to, the Australian.
The Australian, yeah. Yep.
Which is, $120,000 a year or something ridiculous.
Well, you don't have to pay the upfront. You don't have to wait. And I don't even think he pays the
I don't think he pays, dude.
Yeah.
Tell you what's crazy. If you're just a PGA, associate, someone I played with a couple the other day, they're not on the pro tour, but when you go do your apprenticeship of becoming a PGA, you can go and play at basically any course for $20 or something like that.
If you're a pro.
But you don't have to be on tour.
No, well, how do you become pro how does that work?
I think you go through training.
Yeah.
It's like an apprenticeship of sorts.
Yeah, there's heaps of those people who
So if you're a golf pro, you've
training to be a pro.
essentially done
years of
it's akin to getting I'm now a carpenter.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Your apprenticeship.
Interesting. But could you become a golf pro if you just were a pro that got paid to play golf and then you decided to come back?
Yeah, I think so. Because you'd get
club?
membership if you if you just was that good and you just went straight on tour, then you'd just,
Interesting.
I think.
But surely if you go on the tour, you're just a pro.
Yeah.
But are you a golf pro?
You'd have to be. You have to be able to skip the line. There's
maybe you're not a member associate. You need to do your...
But you need to know how to coach and shit.
No, I don't know. I played with these guys at the coast...
you've got a bit of pro in you, golf pro in you.
That means a lot, thank you.
I played with a couple of scratchies down at the coast.
Well, I literally hit it 300 metres into a stiff breeze now.
That's true.
You do have a drive.
That's true. I did teach you how. I taught him.
You've got no idea, Sebbo. I couldn't hit the ball past the ladies until Tom goes, do this, bang.
But you just have such good hip rotation because my thing is I try get my arms into it. Eddie doesn't even do a backswing and it just goes it's just
imagine
a little backswing and then the hips.
Imagine what's going to happen when I backswing.
Imagine what's going to happen when we actually get lessons.
400 metres. Because I know I don't have a backswing, but I'm all hips.
You don't need it though.
Well, I'm all hips. Because
the funny thing with golf, when you add layers, it's like a house of cards. One goes out and the whole thing falls over.
Yeah,
so
but I'm
welcome
pretty
to
bad
golf
anyway. So I'm not going
Eddie's
to
fall from grace is gonna He's going to need plastic surgery for his face.
Well, I'm trying to work out, right, what I'm trying to work out is, because I'm bad, I play a lot of bad golf.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to work out whether I just am a big game player or not. You know? Like, am I just...
Well, are you and me like Brooks Koepka? Like, when it comes to the big moments, we're there.
We got a lot of Brooks about us.
Yeah.
Flopping around the house, depressed. Well, not depressed, but like flopping around the house.
Yeah, we flop around the house, and then it's like, oh, there's a big tournament to go win.
Yeah.
Bang.
Oh, is there a fifth major for me to go and win? Bang. Thanks for coming. 15th all time, Brooks.
Yeah.
On
For
the major
majors?
list. Yeah. 15th.
That's insane.
Well, go chase down a major because Streety and I have one.
Yeah, but you guys stack
You guys
your
have
team.
a...
No, they're hanging up the boots, I believe.
that?
I
What's
think
that?
they're
We
hanging
got
up
one,
the boots.
dude. We got one.
A major isn't a 2v2, Ambrose.
that's a
is
major.
20-plus teams fighting it out.
Mate, you got
Mate, you stacked your
to
team.
walk down the back nine on Sunday.
Eddie's had 3 good games, and he's going, I hit the drive, it's all solved.
Well, listen. Well, just look at the trophy, dude.
The trophy after one.
Dude, look how heavy that is.
5-hole Ambrose.
Golf champions.
Well, it was 9 hole,
Why'd
but
you
we
come
put
in
you
the
to
Hacker
sleep.
Major?
It was
Why'd you come
ninth
in the Hacker
hole.
Major?
We had fucking Tobler on our side.
Why'd you come at the Hacker Major?
We had Tobler. You guys had
If
everyone.
you played
was,
with Tobler, you wouldn't have won.
no way you would have won.
He's
And that's no
fucking-
disrespect to Tobler, who we love. We love Tobler.
I love Tobler like a son. But the
love
reality is we didn't use any of his shots.
None.
For 14 holes. And then out of the goodness of our own hearts,
well,
we go,
and the rules.
we'll use a putt.
We had to use his fucking drives.
Didn't use a putt or a chip or a fucking iron or a drive for 14 holes until we pitied him.
Surely you used a few.
And what did you come
No,
with?
I
dude.
swear
honestly,
to God.
genuinely,
What
Tobler
did you-
can-
what did you
That's
come?
probably not a good thing to swear.
Second last.
I swear
came
on
last.
my pool
Second-
table that he didn't.
Second last.
You came last.
Well, we had
Okay.
Tobler, so we
All
came
right.
dead last. But like, yeah, exactly. I'm not sure. I'm not surprised Sebbo Pager.
Well,
That would shock no one.
anyway, did you get that money back off the Golf Pro? The $700 you spent?
Yeah, Tobler basically spent like $1,000 on golf lessons leading into that tournament.
So it's Tobler cut from your team.
Yes, he's cut. He's on the camera. He's
Tobler, until you release your hips, then I need to see you dance. If you go
Tobler's
get
vlogging,
dance
dude.
lessons, then you're in.
Yeah. Nah, he's vlogging. Vlogler.
You reckon you've got it back. And you can't hear this, anyone at home, but
No.
Tobler's trying to convince us that he's got it back because he played a round no one saw at Warringah. Okay.
Okay.
Tobler's
We're probably
also-
going to do a Sebbo at a street and bring in someone who's got a fucking seriously low handicap. Or
Halves
very
has a
good.
20 handicap.
It's lower than me. And Roddy, what's
Halves
he?
is part of our
Rod's
crew, dude.
15.
Don't feed Harvey to
No,
them.
he's saying that Halves and Rod have ridiculously low handicaps.
Oh, right. Like
Saying that-
Harvey. Yeah. Just as in a name who someone has.
No, he's saying that we cheated by bringing in Harvey because he's got a low handicap.
Oh, yeah, right.
That.
So by the same so we're playing by the same rules.
Listen,
Listen,
I don't
stacked
think...
your team.
Yeah, he stacked
That's
your
all we're
team.
saying.
That's
Didn't
what
stack it to.
tight hips sink.
18, 15, 28, and
Rod's 15. No, I'm
Rod doesn't
16.
have a
Rod's,
handicap.
yeah, but he's got one. He's 15.
Anyway, we're going over old ground. Point is this. You stack your side. You won a major where there was no lip. And
Yeah, you didn't have anyone talking.
Exactly.
You guys need to be able to deal with pressure from an outside entity rather than just the four of you all having a good time palling around.
it's
sucking
like
each other off.
shooting a low round with your dad at the Dubbo golf course on a nice
So
Sunday
say-
afternoon.
Yeah.
There's no
So
pressure.
say we've got our handicap of 5 shots. Hell, we'll even give you 6 shots over the 9.
You got
If you think that we can't beat you with that, then how
Well,
much
we
you
beat
willing
you
to put
last
on
time
it?
with that.
How much? No, you had 10 shots. You had 12.
But I'm
shots.
saying if you had given us that, we still would have won.
still won.
you can. You know what I've realised?
What I've realised
what I've
is
realised?
what
What
I've
I've
realised is
realised
under the
is-
pump you can't
What
play.
I've realised is you just say stuff. You just you make sounds with your mouth, and none of it means
Yeah, it's called
anything.
talking. Wars have been started and called off doing what we do.
Oh, it's great talking. It's great talking. But I'm talking about the
Mate, we
senseless kind.
we got you off your game first hole.
Yeah.
You can admit that.
Yeah.
We
No,
got
we already
in your
have,
head
mate.
first.
We're going over old ground.
We got you off your game first tee.
Anyway, we might play again, punters and dribblers,
Yeah,
if we're kind.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to fucking play again?
Well, I don't know, because we won. Now I'm bored.
That just, I reckon that just reflects poorly on you.
Well, mate, it's just boring, you know what I mean? Like,
5-1.
I just don't see it as a challenge.
I don't know.
Well, it's like you want to play FIFA on fucking easy mode.
It's like asking Sir Edmund Hillary, first guy to scale Mount Everest, to go and climb Kosciuszko.
Okay, if you're
probably not interested.
If you're so bored, then play us without a handicap. Then, if it's that easy that you're bored that you don't want to play us without a handicap.
Nah, we wouldn't do that.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Because we don't play golf 50 times.
If I play,
they're just words. They don't mean anything.
When I play as much as you, I would crush
you're saying
you.
You're saying you're bored. You're saying you're bored because it's not a challenge. Instead of making excuses, why don't you play us without a handicap?
If I played as much as you, I'd be on the
I'm not asking about how much I play. The question I'm asking is, if you're bored, take away the handicap.
This is like a face-off where you're not looking us in the eyes.
And don't say, if I played as much golf as you. Listen, answer me this.
This is like a face-off where
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
Look at me in the eyes when you say it.
I'll answer your question if you answer mine. Would I be on the tour if I played as much as you? Yes or no?
Ridiculous hypothetical.
Is it?
Wouldn't happen.
No.
Because I'm pretty good after fucking 4 attempts.
For those dribblers who think that we're just looking at our phone to fucking check messages, we're reading the fucking chats, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, that's where the chat is. Anyway, there's a bit of a bit of a rivalry brewing. That's all I'll say.
I'm excited.
People can see, because we're not putting anything. People are smart enough to make their minds up for themselves. And in the comments, it would seem like they're acknowledging that we are living in your head rent-free and we've rattled you to within an inch of your lives. That's just what the people are saying.
That's what I would allow that.
You'd agree with that?
Yeah, I'd agree with that because it's, what am I going to say? Like, the performance speaks for itself. But it's the next performance we're talking about now, which you're shying away from.
Well, I think we're currently talking about the most recent performance, which was an absolute demolition.
So I want to come in to clear something up. 2 ways to be a pro. 4-year traineeship, where you have to shoot certain scores and do theory work, or get low enough to turn pro and qualify for professional events. James Mallon, I salute you, mate.
So if you get low enough and qualify for the tour, then that just means
you're automatically one, as opposed to like a theory guy. So I'd be like a qualified guy. Seb would be a theory guy.
Yeah. I'd be a qualified guy as well. I'm not a theory guy. We know that. I'm a John Daly type. Natural talent, just born with it, But I need someone to coach me.
Someone named Foreskin has asked Sebbo to sit back and relax because we're all mates here.
That's good. Never. I don't back down. I love the intensity and I love competition. So
no, he does. Sebbo's a big competition.
Do you reckon there'd be anything in live streaming one? Is that too hard to do? Would that be fun?
Golf? I think that'd be impossible unless you had like a PGA Tour budget.
No, but can't you go live on Instagram and then have like multiple phones?
Maybe. Oh, you need a lot of bodies, I think.
Is that possible?
You can put the wireless lapels into phones. I know that works.
Oh, yeah.
But can't you go live on Instagram and then talk to someone else?
No, that was what we were talking about when we were talking about our hole-in-one idea, which you won't get into, but...
Don't get into that.
I'm not getting into it. But what they were saying was that you can go live on Instagram and then you can bring someone into the chat. And so you could have like a camera on a hole and a camera on a tee. Yeah. And they're capturing both at the same time.
For the hole-in-one idea, good, but for walking around 9 holes? No.
Oh, no, that's not.
No, okay. No. Just checking.
Dude, when's the next...
but we could do live stream tennis.
When's the next... That'd
be funny.
When's the next...
let's start a tennis brand and then do that. You know what I mean?
Breaking the serve.
Yeah. breaking the strings.
Yeah, the racket.
I just got to ask, when's the next event?
There'll be an announcement soon.
Yeah, there'll be an announcement soon, punters, dribblers.
That is pending.
That's pending, but there will be another golf day that it'll be a ticketed golf day. How quick did the last one sell out in Sebbo?
6 seconds.
6 seconds?
And there is no
I said 6 minutes on Bloke in a Bar.
There is no release time as well.
So it's like, just be ready.
I tell people the day.
Yeah.
And it's an afternoon in the day. And
6 seconds. And how many tickets was that?
Would you do it at night so that people that work during the day have a better chance?
I do it so the most So the way I like to do it is like, obviously there's a few people who get automatic tickets, a few teams like ours and stuff, and you want the most keen to be there. So I do it like 3 p.m. no time. So the people who are just camping in the Arvo, they're going to be the most keen to be there. So that's how it works. You know what I mean? You don't.
So you're just trying to make sure it's the keenest bean.
Someone who's like, oh, I can't get out of my shift. Well, then it's not that important to you.
So keen beans win.
Yeah, keen beans win.
Makes sense.
Because then that brings the energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can respect that. Is that twirl? Offload. Oh, no.
That was shocking.
I will say there's always ways. There's usually about 2 or 3 ways to reserve a ticket, not free ticket.
How do you do that?
Out. So, like, it's not going to count anymore, but I did put, so the
well, if it's not going to count,
there'll be another one, though.
Okay.
But for the highlights video, it was like, comment on this, and it'll go into a ballot for the last one. But then when there's the, like, official announcement hype-up video, you can tag your team in that, and you go into a ballot to reserve a team ticket.
Go to Breaking the Yips on YouTube to watch any of the content, or Breaking the Yips on Instagram. The last one was so much fun.
100%.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
As we wrap golf, someone said that they go, what's Sebbo's handicap? And 15 he reckons. Someone said, surely not. Someone else says he tops every second shot. No way he plays off 15.
Well, they don't know how a handicap works because
we played like that, though.
Yeah, no,
Mate,
I played like a
Seb,
played like
I'm
that.
just telling you what the people said.
Yeah, I'm just saying that person doesn't know how handicaps work.
And aren't you the man of the people?
Well, he's the club pro of Breaking the Yips.
Yeah. So you need to listen to what they're saying.
I'm trying to teach him how handicaps work. That's all.
Wrecked. Savage.
Yeah, look, I played like shit. I admit that.
I've played enough shit golf to realise when you're on, and when you're not, you're not. And that day, I was counting on you, Sebbo, and we were both.
We were both the worst we played in a while.
Terrible.
Look at it.
Terrible.
We've got other YouTube videos of just you versus me, and we're both getting pars or bogeys and stuff. And then we go together and we can't even get a fucking par.
Do you think maybe you guys...
We beat the other guys. No, we're on a... that record's been broken now, I suppose.
Well, I was undefeated on match play.
Oh, really? See, I didn't even realise we broke your streak. Wow.
Well, it was only 2 games. It was those guys from Marrickville.
And singles. Like, I'd never been beaten in match play.
Wow. That was so easy,
It was the other Ambrose. Because Ambrose is a different beast. So what was the
I'm just like
Ambrose?
overall. No, just I'm saying overall, like singles and Ambrose.
Sweet. But who's the other Ambrose ones that we've played together?
Joyride and Raph.
Was there another one?
No.
We played someone else? In a 1-on-1? I mean, a 2-on-2?
Not on YouTube.
No.
Well, good to look.
Well, I guess it wasn't a streak then. It was just one.
Well, no, Sebbo's
one
streak
and then
at least.
Now we're 1-1.
So you're really not that good in match play, are
I guess not. But we didn't play well. You know what would suck worse? If we played
really
pretty
well.
good and then they just managed to get it over us and the handicap wasn't there. That would really burn.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know.
There's plenty of good golf to come.
Because the thing is, I can't say that it was like a sloppy affair. They played really well.
Yeah.
There's no...
Eddie played fantastically.
I saw the same thing someone watching it would see. We played like shit, and they played well.
Did he knock that on? Was that ripped out?
I will say this, Sebbo.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about your bunnies this season, mate?
Good. Real good.
It's yours to lose.
It's not ours to lose. I'd still say Penrith are the favourite, but I'd say we're in with a shot.
They're in a bit of a slump at the moment. Is that the...
Oh, you'll go through that. Few injuries, drop a few games, but still pretty much, one behind first. Haven't had a bye. Fucking playing good footy.
I haven't had a bye.
Will you go to the final if you're in it? Are you that sort of supporter? Do you go to games or not really?
Not really.
No.
I would if they weren't at a call.
So you're fair weather.
I hate a call.
A call's a shithole.
I don't go to a call for anything.
I will respect anyone who chooses to not go to a call.
The last time I've been to a call, and it probably is the last time, was to see Hans Zimmer. Otherwise, I don't go to a call. I went to a Bunnies game at a call once, and I was like, nah.
I thought
sucks,
for all money that the Bunnies had come back to or try to come back to the football stadium. But apparently, I heard it on good authority, people close to the teat, as it were, not happening.
Yeah. But I would go to so much more league especially if Bunnies played at Moore Park, I'd go all the time. It's a hell of a vibe. But, like, Accor is the worst place in the fucking world.
Sorry, someone's... Not to get back into golf, but someone just said I could take Smoko break in Streety's backswing.
Yeah.
It's slow.
Yeah, you could birth a child.
It's slow, and I know that.
You could impregnate a woman.
But when you get onto them, they're pure.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna.
Sorry, let's not get back into the fucking golf. I apologise.
Streety, do you ever go to Parramatta Stadium?
Yeah. I went to the last time I went was last year for the Bulldogs. This round last year.
Do you drag Carls out there?
Yeah, we all went. No, because her family all go for Parramatta.
Her old man's a dog, right?
No, they're dogs.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, so I was going to elaborate. So Dan, her brother, goes for the Dogs.
Look at this hit, by the way.
Steve goes for the Dogs, but then grandparents and everyone else goes for
the Eels.
the
Brooksy.
Eels. So it's a fun sort of like.
Yeah, I love that
collection of different
inter-family
people.
Here's
play.
the comeback.
And then Carly's Manly.
Oh my
here's the
god!
comeback.
Also, for
dude.
wrestling fans, I'm not one of them, but Streety's father-in-law, and so put it this way: when he met the love of his life's dad, his name's Steve Austin.
Yeah, and he's like pretty big.
And he's a man.
He's a man.
He's a man. He had Carl. He's like 6'4".
Had
Carly
a
when he was
young-
21,
yeah.
so he's still
So
young.
still like a young, imposing figure.
Played golf with him off the stick. I got 95. He got 96. Just managed to get the edge on him. But I'm like, Jesus Christ. So he's just picked up golf back again in the last couple of months.
Oh, he's tonking to make your
96 for someone who's just picked up the sticks again is pretty good. Like, just
Are you a
breaking
wrestling
100.
fan? Were you wigging out the first time you met him? Named Steve Austin,
Yeah.
young dad, thoroughbred.
Yeah, I was
like man's man?
hungover. I was hungover, seasick, getting off the ferry, Central Coast, and
You got
nervous as shit.
seasick.
Seasick,
Going across
hungover,
Pittwater.
and then we got over. Then she's like, "It's fine." And then we get straight in the car, so we didn't get out of the car.
You also
Bit
had
of a
long
power
hair at the
move.
time.
What?
Yeah, bit of a
You didn't
power-
get out of the car to go say good day to him?
No.
Did you take the feather out
Jump
of
for
your
the
ear?
gun. I get out. I get off the ferry, hungover, seasick. Just paint the picture. And the car's waiting there. Steve Austin's in there. Power move. Didn't get out of the car.
Oh,
so
he
I
doesn't
get in
get out of the
back
car, right.
So it's like, yeah, I'm here to pick you up. Like,
Did you shake hands?
Over the back of the
through the
seat.
window.
I think when we got out, but I did the sort of like, I was just trying to be myself, even though I was not myself. I was very hungover. I sort of, at the back seat, sort of hugged the side here, like, hello, I'm here in the space, and I lean in a
Did you
bit.
touch his shoulders?
No, the shoulder of the seat's a little bit like, hello, nice to see you. And he's like, yeah, mate, yeah, mate. Just sort of, how he is. He's quite quiet spoken. Got a real good manner
He's
about him.
no, but like when you know him, he's he's super nice. But I can imagine like
But he's not going
with
to
his
give you
daughter.
cheap points. He's not going to give you,
yeah.
especially if you're dating his daughter.
No, there's no. Listen,
cheap points.
Listen, there's no cheap points.
And
you got to earn every point.
100% you do. And I was.
There's no gimmies.
I'll tell you the gimmies I was going for was like, jeez, it's hot outside. It's hot up here. Like, I was just going on and on
Hot
about
up here,
the
he's
weather.
got the 20-minute ferry
And
from
he goes-
fucking Palm Beach to Batonga.
and he goes, and I love this about him while I'm going like, it just really is hot up here, isn't it? It's dry, kind of dry. Not too dry. Not like dry like a
It's actually like the perfect temperature.
And he goes, and I go, fuck, it's hot, isn't it? And he goes, yeah, you said that already, mate.
Oh shit!
Like, I did, didn't I? I did say that. But I get out of the car, I think that's just his. He would say that now, Like
Yeah,
just as
yeah,
a,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think
dick.
father-in-laws really enjoy that.
Yeah, he's. Mate,
Did you have a moment where
I've
you
got a really-
knew you'd won him over? Because he's a legend, and obviously I
Yeah.
know he loves you now.
I think it. It's just.
Without having to reveal any personal moments.
I don't have like a sort of victory dance sort of
Yeah,
story.
right.
It was just sort of like he said at the wedding, doing the father of the bride speech, which I don't really remember, but he said his version of the events was. No, I
was
don't
really
remember.
sweet.
No,
I don't remember
No, I
any
don't
of it.
remember what it was that he was talking about in the speech because I gave my version of the events. His version of the events was that I came straight up to him and said, "G'day, mate. My name's Hamish Street." Shook him in the hand, looked him in the eyes, and he goes, "I'm done. Can't not like this guy."
Oh, okay, nice.
That was his, and I'm like, "Oh, that's a nice thing to say." I remember talking about the weather a lot.
Yeah, being hungover as shit,
And
stinking like booze.
not working.
Tigers are dropping so much fucking football. Now that did look a little bit like not a strip, but I mean it was a loose carry. Tigers dropping so much fucking ball. It's pissing me off.
Well, it's annoying me because I'm begging for a staff.
I need a buller. That's all. That's all I need. That's all I fucking need.
I think though that if the time comes for me to play the dad, daughter, like father of a daughter card, and you have the opportunity to in the future.
Well, I saw a kid in fucking Evie's preschool already trying to make moves.
There's gonna be layups there where you have to sort of
I'm gonna be
go hard in the paint.
You got to be nice. Like I don't think you'd be a fuckwit, right? But like, oh, Tino, that was a gaping hole.
So I'll give you an example.
But you'd be tough.
I'll give you an example.
Scare him early.
So I'll give you an example. Tim Dumbrell, who we all love.
Oh, I love Tim.
One of the greats all time. Yeah. Tim Dumbrell.
Tim's a bro.
One of the greats all time. That's on the public record. But this is a long time ago. And we'd been going out. I couldn't tell you how long it had been. It's probably inside the first year.
Almost
right?
got to run out here. Sorry, Edward. Just not to interrupt.
That's
I just had to mention it. Starkey maybe run out there.
Certainly not the first 10 meetings of the Dumbrells, right? Certainly not within the first 10.
What, he was like,
no, this story. Then when this story happened.
Oh, okay.
But I'd met him countless times, stayed over there countless times, but we're still early-ish in the going. And I'm laying on this like sort of daybed thing in the kitchen. He comes home, right, and I don't get up.
Gone. Fuck.
Oh, you don't get up.
You don't get up.
But
Eddie, that's...
Listen.
He's allowed to not get up.
Listen,
you have to get up.
Listen. Almost
every time they come.
I obviously got too comfortable in not getting up, but it's because I think I'm part of the fam now, but clearly not. You know what I mean?
No.
And he looks at me and he goes, "A real man would get up, look me in the eyes, and shake my hand." I was like,
I didn't know this story,
wow.
dude.
He was fucking with me, but it jeweled me.
What'd you do? Did you get up?
Fucking up.
What'd you say?
Oh, mate, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to. I can't remember what I said. I don't know.
Because you're a fast talker, but you get rattled.
But my memory, mate, I can't sit here on this live stream and tell you 100% what I said. I don't know. Yeah. All I know is he said that.
And you apologise.
We can fathom how you felt, and it would have felt uncomfortable.
Yeah, but that's when you start saying shit we don't even remember. You're in autopilot.
Yeah, you are.
But he's fucking with me, and I don't know. I'm like, is this guy?
But so then when you start being like, is he like, hey, I'm just joking?
I can't remember.
Oh, God, that's so funny.
Blacked out.
I bet you remember exactly what you said, and you just don't want to tell us. That's okay. But mate, I think you know exactly what you said.
I'm telling you right now, this is like 13
So you remember
years ago.
everything up to the point.
You don't forget that part.
So you forget everything after it.
Yeah. Well, because obviously I went into a panic. You don't remember panic stations, bro. Jesus.
They say you change the memory when it's really traumatic to make it more palatable for yourself. You can actually re-change your memory to actually. You go like, yeah, I got up to shake his hands.
You don't warp it.
No, he buried me in the cunt, and good for him.
Yeah, you deserved it.
This game's descending into absolute.
This is what the Titans do as well. Now they're up by this much. They're not that the Tigers are going to come back, but they're throwing dumb passes like that in the third. It's like, like you guys.
No, this is where it becomes.
Yeah. What are the errors for the Tigers? Can you get errors up? Look, also,
it's got obviously, part of the season.
But obviously I love my rugby league football. Obviously I do. But since we've gone back to 3 Wednesdays for Origin and removed that Sunday where they'd play some sort of Samoa, Tonga, bit of a rep weekend with Origin on the Sunday, since they got rid of that, we've gone back to a full-on disgusting Origin period.
Look, I'm new to...
Where there's buys, no one's playing, it's fucking...
But just this shit, it's like, I'm new to the Premier League, right? You should follow it as kid. As we know, I'm a Newcastle supporter now, Toonie Army. I love that you're playing to not be relegated. So, like, when you have pieces of shit like this,
relegation would have another level of...
It wouldn't add anything to this.
Or would it? Because
No. Because the problem with this mid-season part, right, the problem with it is... Players are missing through to Origin selection, and they have buys.
Another intercepted, it's gone.
And there's buys.
Jaden Campbell.
Yeah, but forget about the players being missing. I'm talking about no one cares.
Just go, Campbell. You can do it. Mate, pin the ears back.
No one cares about the result of this game, even if
how much of the Premier League have you ever watched?
Me?
Yeah.
The
relegation race. The relegation race heats up late. Doesn't heat up mid-season.
100th game.
But Tigers.
There's no relegation race mid-season.
But it's not about But also though, it still has ramifications, though, right?
Mate, I'm telling you right now, no one's talking relegation mid-season. It's not a thing. It's not.
But
it does. If there was relegation on the
won
line,
two games
it wouldn't have
at
mattered.
a halfway point, surely you talk about relegation.
Well,
It's more about the fact that there's buys and players aren't playing. That's more what it's about.
It might.
But I'm saying it's a long season for fucking these. Even forget players being out. Outside of the fans of these two teams,
Mate,
no one gives a fuck about the
but West
result.
Tigers are trying to avoid the ultimate humiliation in a spoon, and it's still not pumping this game up.
Yeah, it's fair. That's fair. No one's talking about the spoon.
Yeah.
No one's talking about the spoon yet.
It's too early, bro. Way too
That's
early.
fair. That's fair.
But it would be cool to see the spoon then swap place with the first who wins.
I'm not. Well, that's a different conversation.
Oh,
Yes.
it is, but I'm adding to it.
But it's not realistic either because there's not enough money in the game.
No, there isn't. You can't do
There's
it.
not enough money in the game
All players and shit.
for new clubs coming up
To have good enough
to build the
players and
infrastructure
shit,
and shit can't be done.
Luke Brooks done a hammy. He's off.
Well, he wasn't a nod for Origin, was he?
Fuck no. Jesus.
Clip that.
Clip that. Luke Brooks off with a hammy. He's not a nod for Origin. Just literally that.
No.
That's a firm no then.
Yeah.
That's a firm no, buddy. He's never made the finals in his entire career.
Well, he's a good player. He's a good player.
Well,
He's an NRL player.
he tries.
He's not the worst player in the comp, and that's even too harsh. He's not an Origin player.
He wasn't mentioned.
He's never in.
He's not a top 10 half. Put it that way.
Look, Tanner Boyd might be getting a nod before Luke Brooks.
Yeah. Well, it's only.
and he might be a Queenslander.
It's going to be Mitchell Moses.
There's absolutely no way. Although Burmo thinks there is.
Just because Freddie loves Mitch and
Gus loves Freddie and Gus loves Mitch.
Listen. I trust Burmo's NRL intuition. I do because he's been right a lot, and I think it's interesting that Gus is saying
it's not
Gus
nothing.
is
It's
doing
worth,
the like.
it's worth acknowledging.
It's to ignore that.
Yeah.
100% would be
If you
folly.
don't think Phil Gould is not
Very
playing
proud of you,
chess
Eddie.
every
Yeah.
time he's on his
But
podcast,
I'm not saying that 'cause you
commentary,
said it.
No,
Phil
no, you're
Gould,
not. No,
Phil
no,
Gould
saying that
knows what
'cause you
he's
think it-
doing.
Yeah.
Phil Gould says things for a
Phil
reason.
Gould,
I'm saying it because Phil said it.
I know, but what Phil does is...
And Phil is
will
a
do this
don.
because he will go to, like, Freddie, I think you should pick him, Freddie, go, maybe should, but I can't deal with that. And Phil goes, I'm
going to say
I'll
he should be
say
in.
it.
You know why I think it's interesting is because fucking Phil, who bleeds blue, arguably more than anyone else, is saying it publicly.
Yeah,
right?
but
even when he knows that
what
Freddie
I'm
is
saying-
his.
What I'm saying is he wouldn't necessarily win, but if you put Phil in Game of Thrones, it'd go pretty well. Like, all these little moves that
Mate,
he does.
I wouldn't be. I reckon
He's
Phil's
Littlefinger.
Phil's got a lot of Wayne Bennett about him. I reckon you could put him into Origin and he'd do a job.
Yeah, of course he could. But I think the
For
thing
example,
I'm not talking about coaching. I'm talking
only
about
reason
about his business moves and he's not lying and stuff. These
But,
little
mate,
things that he does.
Mate,
like,
put it this
if
way.
you think
Put it
about
this way.
Mitch
Look at how many.
Moses- let's go back to Mitch Moses.
All right.
Because if you think about Mitch Moses, and
He's playing well.
he's not playing. Listen, you guys aren't playing.
No,
He's not playing
he's
well.
playing well.
He's playing okay. You're right, but also
Not
he's a
better than
halfback,
Adam
and your
Reynolds.
team's not doing shit. So like. Oh, here we go. You want to go? Oh, John Bateman wants to go. Yeah,
I
come on.
disagree.
Here we go.
I
Look at
think
this. Look at
he's
this. Look at
playing
this.
better than Adam Reynolds.
you think Moses is playing better than
Yeah.
Reynolds?
Yeah, I do. 100%. He's kicking. His long kicking game. and his short kicking game. No.
He's
His
just
long
absolutely
kicking game is the best in the comp.
Hamish, he's
got
absolutely
the
not.
biggest boot.
Hamish.
He's absolutely not. Don't be
Hamish.
silly. He absolutely isn't.
Hamish.
I got three people here who hate.
I don't hate Mitchell.
Hamish, you can't.
So, I mean, what am I supposed to do?
Well,
I
I don't
just
hate
give
the
you
Bronx.
truth.
Streety. Adam Reynolds is at the top of the table.
He's good.
Hold on,
And
let's just leave it. Let's ask the dribblers. Who's playing better this year, Adam Reynolds or Mitchell Moses?
No, but let's get nitty gritty because
Also,
you
just
said,
watch
Phil
this. Just look at this. Look at this. Look at
Ask
this.
Phil.
you said
Ask Phil.
you said that Mitch Moses' kicking game is better than Adam Reynolds.
Yeah. Adam.
It's not.
It's. I
Adam
think
Reynolds is the best
I
kicking
saw
game
on
in the comp.
360. He's
Did.
not in form.
Clears is slightly better now.
The thing with Mitchell Moses and Origin
Cleary's
game
the
2.
best. Yeah, Cleary's the best, obviously. But he didn't play that way in Origin. And he's obviously injured, so you get the best man up. You need that depth. You need that field position. Mitch is going to offer that. He can also run. He's the quickest 6.5.
He's a
Mate.
7, but it's all right.
7, sorry.
It's no coincidence that Penrith are going for 3 straight comps and that half the New South Wales side is Penrith players. That's all Phil. That's Phil's doing, planting seeds.
The reason why
years
Mitch
ago.
isn't, why I can see why maybe they're talking Mitch. I'm not saying I want Mitch. I'm saying I can see why they talk Mitch for game 2 is he's played Origin before. Nico, as in like he started Origin a half before. Nico hasn't, and he arguably, and not even argue, I think it's probably fair to say he has a better kicking game than Nico.
Thank you.
But
could you argue?
I'd prefer Adam Reynolds.
Could you argue? Yeah, could you argue that the potential selection?
Oh! Go! Go!
Look at that.
Go! Fuck!
No. It might have touched the ground. It might have touched the ground. It might have touched the ground.
Yes, come on, please!
If it touches the grass and he promotes, big trouble. Big trouble. Does he promote
This is close.
What's the pace?
22.
22?
Yeah.
Who? Buller, Jaden,
AJ.
Oh, and AJ, yeah.
Fuck.
Does this hit the turf?
This will be my year. Like as in the vibe here.
Does this hit the turf?
Dude, he fucking palmed the shit out of Tino.
Okay,
he was
hands on him.
coasting.
Oh, ball up, try.
Yes!
Try.
Was
well
elbow
done.
on the ground?
No, isn't a ball on the ground?
But if he
was an elbow.
No, but he didn't promote it if the momentum dragged him over.
He didn't go boom and then...
No, I'm pretty sure it's ball on the ground.
No, if your ball carrying arm hits the ground, but if the momentum carries it... Dude, he's coasting. What a fucking idiot.
You can't reach.
You can't reach.
No,
But you can go
reach.
straight down.
I don't know if it's right.
I think you promote. Oh, try confirm. Well done,
Just
Tommy.
kick it. Hurry up and kick it before they change their mind. Go for a kick. Brandon, go for a kick.
Is that how it works? Is that like the high jump
No,
thing?
it's not, but I just wanted to kick it. Oh, yes, baby. Yes!
I want to
Well
Tigers
done,
come
mate.
back
Mr.
here.
Thursday night. Oh, that's good stuff. Fuck all of you. I know I'm not having a good year, but holy shit.
Are we just reinvested in this game?
Oh, that's good stuff.
Ella, who never listens to our streams ever, goes, haha, of course I turn on just in time for the dad chat.
We're always talking about it.
Oh, God.
That's a keck.
It is.
Oh, that's good, dude. That's
Tigers
well
would
done.
lose this, dude.
Well done, Tommy.
Oh, yes. Dad needed that, punters and dribblers. Not in an irresponsible way, just needed it for, general morale.
Was this for your about even?
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Like some
So,
triple stakes and
22s?
stuff?
20-something. I think it was AJ Brimson who got the first try. Then it was Jaden Campbell.
Yeah.
And then Jareem Buller who just scored there.
What
I
was
was
it?
paying
What was it
$22.
Oh, that's tasty.
Yeah, dude. I was
Well
like
done.
$22 for 3 outside or 3 backs.
Is that your best bet of the season? No disrespect. just
Yeah,
asking.
actually, I think it
that's
is.
Gotta be, that's
It's probably
that's
the highest
good.
odds. I think the highest I got 7 and 8. Oh, I got a 20-something with my...
I got an
shots.
18.
that's
I got an
it.
18 with Manly v Parra early in the year. I think it's
No,
on
you
my
got
highest.
something big at the start.
That was Manly Parra 18s. No, the Manly Parra one I think was 18.
What'd you do there?
Fuck yes,
That's
dude. Just want to check if it's already landed. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Fuck yeah, it has. That's good stuff. That's just good on us rugby league football.
4-8 for 7. The Aussies. Careful, Streety, with
What's that like? Well, it's just to keep us well lit, home. Fuck yeah, Jareem Buller, you bad boy. I looked away as he got tackled as well, so I didn't even see him put the ball down.
What's Dave? Can you look up obviously on Ned's what Scotty Boland's paying for a fifer? Just getting Scotty vibes.
Scotty vibes.
Scotty Cam, Scotty Boland.
Yeah,
Put it on a sixpence.
yeah. Pinth or pints?
Don't know. I'm almost certainly getting it wrong.
Oh, I think it's pints.
I get all those
Listen,
things wrong.
I sometimes will ask those questions to you knowing the answer.
I get
Being
all those
generous.
things wrong.
I'm generous of spirit, where I don't want to tell you you're wrong. I want
But
to almost pretend I don't know as
I
well,
always
yeah.
get those things wrong.
I'm just
He's lost
generous.
that.
I'm generous of spirit.
Where's Stafford? Is he on the field?
See, I don't give a shit what happens now. It's almost like, this is going to sound maybe a little inappropriate, but sometimes sexually speaking, sometimes if you were the first to finish, it's hard to maintain enthusiasm. That's why it's always better to finish second.
I think it's called maintain a rage.
Maintain the rage. Now that I've finished first, I don't care how this game goes at all. I'm almost checked out completely.
My bet's not going to happen.
You're rageless.
I'm pretty checked out. Like, if Tiger need to start coming back, otherwise we're all out, kind of thing.
28-12, 11 minutes to go.
Try in this set.
They do it's tough without Luke Brooks as well. Jareem Buller, it's funny because when he came in, everyone was like, this kid, we're a superstar after 2 games. And I was like, can you guys just fucking...
Buller?
Yeah.
He's good, dude.
But it was always like, can you just relax with this shit in terms of don't put that sort of pressure on the kid?
Well, they need to. That's the point.
But he is good.
He is good. And he'll be bought up by Roosters or...
Yeah.
He'll
go to the Roosters.
He's really good.
Teddy's replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're a selling club, as they say.
Yeah, they are.
They're like a pet shop.
They are, too. How much is that baller in the window? Go!
Oh, go.
Oh,
that's a nice kick. No,
it was too much on it.
No, it's not a nice kick.
That's so funny. They are. They're a storefront.
Yeah. Come get a fighting fish or a fucking puppy or a budgie.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Yeah.
They got to go.
We're going to... this is like real high grade, fantastic pets.
There's like 2 sides to me. Like one in what Eddie was saying earlier. Like I'm definitely like... Not love the world burn, but I love storylines. So like having a team that just is like winless, I love.
It's narrative.
I love narrative. I want Tigers to either come last or I want them to make the finals, but I don't want them to be 12-14. You know what I mean? And,
yeah.
So I just I would get behind them if that looked like they could get into top 8. But until then, I just want to watch them burn.
Yes, definitely. That's like the Dragons, dude. Sometimes, but it's actually kind of like any team, really, where like if they're really shit.
No, but it can reach a point where you start feeling sorry for them.
That's what I mean. If you start feeling sorry for them, it kind of ruins it. Whereas with the Dragons right now, did you see the video of the Mad Dragon podcast this week?
Not this week, no.
Dude, he put a clip up because he does like a podcast with all of these other like Dragons dribblers. Like they do a fucking
Are they like
Zoom
regular
podcast.
They couldn't be any more.
They couldn't be any more.
Next door neighboury.
I would say people that get married on the hill at Cogra.
Yes,
you know
like
what I mean? Love the club.
Dragons, dribblers.
Love it.
And they're all like in this Zoom.
Like goatees and shit.
And he's talking about, because there's a lot of, there's some talk about.
Goatees and shit.
No, but he's right though.
Well, listen, I'm not going to, I can't call him out on it because he's 100% correct.
Right. But so there's some chat about like the Dragons are obviously fucked right now. Riles turned them down. Their main sponsor, St. George Bank, has bailed on after 40 years. And people are saying like split the joint venture up and basically fuck St. George off. And he's just so passionate. He's like, can all of these people, and he's yelling basically at these like, these very
no. That's a great way of putting it.
Yeah.
He's yelling at people that agree with him.
And he's going, can you please, all these people, stop talking about splitting up the joint venture? Do you know what that's going to do? If they split up the joint venture, all that's going to do is it's going to finish the club I love. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Of course, we're not going to keep a club in the saturated Sydney market.
Hey, Tobler, is there a way to play that over the stream?
It's going.
But just go, can you...
Now that St. George is out, because I know they're...
But we can't see it, so we can't.
We can't see it.
But is St. George also like one of the suburbs? Because they're St. George, Illawarra Dragons.
No. St. George is like the municipality, so it's like.
But it's also the bank, so that's what. But
that's why it works.
Yeah. But there's still
St.
George
on them.
There's still St. George, Illawarra.
We got up the other day. It's like Cogra, Rockdale.
It's like a really small pocket.
Yeah, no, I know the area. I've driven through it.
But so what it is, though,
it's wedged between like South Sydney. Dogs and Cronulla.
Yeah.
Like but if they break up that joint venture...
you get out of Maroubra before you get to Cronulla, you're going through that.
But I think the Illawarra have fuckloads of money and St. George don't, but also Illawarra's huge and St. George is tiny.
Coast,
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
St. George is nothing.
You can basically...
St. George is just go to the Dogs.
Cronulla's tiny, technically. Cronulla's one suburb and then it's surrounded by...
But it's not part of a joint venture. So if you split a joint venture and it's like you only keep one of them...
Yeah, that's
who's got the money, who's got the fucking, the size...
So they go, yes, right.
And you could sell the entire south coast of New South Wales on Illawarra, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%. But give him Wollongong to fucking Merimbula.
And call them the Steelers. Like fucking hard-nosed working class
Well, the oysters,
people. The oysters. Illawarra oysters.
The clams.
The Illawarra oysters. Well, there's
Clammy hands.
I don't think there's any oysters that far north, but I get your point.
Is it? Oh, you reckon? So what?
Well, I mean, if you had the Marimbula oysters.
Yeah, but you get
if
your
you're
good
called the
oysters
Sydney
up.
There are
Rockies.
oysters in Illawarra, aren't there? Or not really? Are they further south?
You'd be more your kind of
you need
crayfish.
Sydney
and
Rockies
around
got
there.
a bit more
you need like
valor
nervous
to it.
system
Yeah.
and shit.
The Sydney Rock oysters.
Sydney Rockies.
Rockies.
But
What's the other
I'm
one?
all for
Food
like
for thought.
Get them Rockies.
Yeah.
as a.
Up the Rockies.
I love branding for teams, and I think that obviously forget the St George stuff. No one
Imagine
really.
if the
no,
Rockies merged with the Pacifics.
Yeah, yeah.
Mate, that would
controversy.
be good. Nah,
Go away!
Nah.
You and your club. You and your clan. You're
That'd-
too big.
Nah.
You're too big. This
That'd
is
be-
really niche oyster chat.
This is
here.
oyster rhetoric, guys. Sorry.
Oh, come on. Where's Toa?
It'd be real.
Anyway, Mad Dragon not happy. Very funny. Check out the Instagram. Big shout out to him. He's part of the fabric of the game.
Yeah,
What
he
does
is.
Mad Dragon think about Ben Hunt? Does he want to keep him or move him on?
Why the fuck would you get rid of Ben Hunt?
I
He's
don't
Well,
like-
just
think
because
that
if you want a
is-
fresh start and go,
No,
you
no,
know what?
no, no,
Let's
no,
just
no,
call
no.
it over.
Please.
No, you
Let's
don't get
just
a-
say it's
Yeah,
over.
and Ben Hunt's growing on trees.
No,
bro.
a fresh start is not without Ben Hunt.
I know,
That's for
but
sure.
if you go, okay,
Ben
let's
Hunt is
blow it
so-
up. It
no,
means blow
no,
it up.
No, it doesn't mean get rid of your best player. It means get rid
That's
of the
like
losers.
blowing up Manly going, we don't want Turbo anymore.
This guy isn't the
I know he's got his
Joker.
injury concerns.
This
but
guy's Two-Face who runs the he's just obsessed with the city. He loves it. But
No,
he's-
I'm talking about like just.
Ben Hunt's too good, and he's still playing really good footy. There's no way.
Did Ben ask for a release?
No, he didn't. But he's like, there's a chance. Like
He
he's not
knew-
happy with how it's
yeah.
going.
Well, he was basically like, if you get rid of Hook, then
Dude,
I may leave.
if you're Ben Hunt, why the fuck would you stay there? You know you're not winning a comp before
Ben
your
Hunt
career is
deserves,
over.
So you're
Ben
never
Hunt
winning a
deserves a
comp.
comp.
That's what I mean. You are not winning a comp.
Benny
until you-
deserves a comp. I
He
feel
does.
for Benny. I felt for Benny. I'm glad he got his Origin moment. As much as it's like being a New South Wales fan, you're going, I can imagine living with that shit. Your last big
He's had a
moment.
couple Origin moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that's the thing. I'm glad that Ben Hunt went from the drop ball Ben Hunt, and then he got the $1 million contract at the Dragons, and he wasn't delivering on it. So people were like, what the fuck? This is overpayment. Now he's accepted as like an
He's
Origin
understand.
great. He's a fucking great player, and it's like no one questions Ben Hunt's ability anymore. Everyone remembers that it was an unfortunate drop ball, but like everyone likes Ben Hunt.
I remember
If
him
Ben
more
wants
now
a little
as-
bit of out. Phil will get in there somehow.
Apparently the Roosters are after him as well.
Yeah, but
which
Phil will
wouldn't
get
shock
in
you.
there somehow because he needs a halfback. The Roosters don't.
Phil's been trying. He's been admitting.
No,
it. Phil's
Phil's
like
been trying.
Phil does not. I don't think he's been backwards about admitting he's like I'm fucking having a crack.
I remember Ben Hunt legitimately now more as Ben Hunt that cunt.
Yeah, of all cunts. Ben
That's-
Hunt of all cunts.
Yeah.
3 minutes 57 left in this poo slinger.
He's such a lovely, well-spoken guy in defeat as well. Mate, just bloody, didn't go away. He looks really disappointed, doesn't hide it away, but looks like a real family man.
Seems like a good dude.
Yeah. There's wins in life.
Deserves the prem.
Yeah, dude, I'd be happy to see him go to the. I mean, you probably won't win the Dogs either, but you might. Like, if they've got an all right. If you have a Ben Hunt in that side,
I don't
certainly
think so.
not. I mean, you could at the Roosters.
Maybe
No.
Dogs in maybe a couple of years if you go to Ben Hunt. If you
That's
got
what
to
I
kick
mean,
out
dude.
Ben Hunt.
You got to kick out Ben Hunt, Reed Marnie,
a
Birdo.
Fox.
Dude, you got to read. If you got a Ben Hunt and a Birdo, Fox, Bronson Cherry, Critter, dude, they could definitely.
They need some big thickies.
Yeah, but look, Tavita's not bad. Kickow, Luke Thompson's that English fella.
Preston's gonna be good in a couple
they
of
need a
years.
couple of mongrels in the
Preston's
middle.
already pretty good. Yeah, maybe one more mongrel. What if you got a Ben Hunt and then a mongrel?
If you got a Ben Hunt and a mongrel and a Matty Burton with a bit of age and a bit of
Or just
and
a
a bit of
Jaden
experience.
Sewer and shit
That
from
Carl
the Dragons.
Ololupo guy, that young kid coming through.
Jake Averillo can play regularly.
Jakey Av.
Yeah.
So Jakey Av and
So they get Critter
Bronson
at fullback.
Cherry.
Kicko comes back. Reed Marnie playing well. Matt Burton a couple of years under the belt. They need a big mongrel thickie.
Think about this if this is their back line. Ben Hunt, Burton, Averillo, and Bronson Cherry in the centres. The wingers Carraz and Adokar, fullback Critter. Then maybe that Ololupo on the bench.
Then they need Hunt
And Kickow
Hunt
has
Burton.
no
in the
That's
centre.
what
But
I'm saying.
Kickow's fucking amazing. Like he's been playing this year. but
Kick
yeah.
out back row. Who's their other back
Preston
row?
back row.
Preston.
Preston's
Their
good. Zach
middle. Who's their
Preston's
middle
good.
forward? Who's their 13?
Who the fuck is their 13?
Would it be Fatala Mariner? Is it who's the Bulldogs 13, Dave?
Because they've been ravaged by injury.
Well, Matt Dury's come to Parramatta.
Okay, they got some injuries, so I don't know the fuck it is.
You got Reid Marnie at 9, and then you got TPJ up front.
They're lacking an enforcer.
They need what? Look, TPJ's not enough.
Matt Dury. They gave it to us. That was your.
Like
but you could go a Wayne Bennett round and just get your kind of Marky Nichols guys to go around your TPJ.
If you want to win the comp, you need like an AFB.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or a Fisher Harris. You need or a Haas. You need a motherfucker. Like a tempo setup.
I think they're actually having a crack at Haas as well.
They're going to have to pay huge money for him. I don't know how that works in the cab.
No, well, Haas did say is.
Doesn't he want $1 million plus?
No, Haas said that he's aware that he needs to take a pay cut to win comps, and he wants to win comps.
Well, he's in a pretty good position, Tom. It's not a bad side they've got up there.
No.
I don't think they'll get Haas. But they need someone like him.
No one's
You need someone that's going to fucking basically own the middle.
I remember.
But like Rabbitohs, they're pretty good. We've got like good.
Sele's good, dude.
Yeah, no, but it's not like he's an owner. But they're good.
Totola,
They're
Sele, Jai Arrow.
You got a great forward.
They're good though.
Cam Murray.
I'm saying we've got a great.
Yeah, but your side
Speed.
outside of that is like out and out studs, like Origin rep level studs.
Yep.
And Jai Arrow plays front row as well as back row, doesn't he?
Yep.
You guys are fucking.
He's actually been playing off the bench a fair bit.
He's a good player, Jai.
Yeah.
So when you know bunnies are on, it's just like you can't get out of your own end because all those forwards are just pummeling you back. That's when you know. Bunnies are. Yeah, they can fire. They've got a lot.
I like the bunnies side. Honestly, I do. If it wasn't for Seb going for him after he went for Penrith, I would.
It was delightful.
Well, no, I think what you're trying to say is it would make sense.
Yes,
but at this point, it makes no sense.
But even if you hate the bunnies or you got your own team, everyone can admit that the bunnies played the most exciting brand of football.
It was like in 2021 when Manly, like you guys hate Manly.
It's how you put it the other day on About Even. Like St George play white boy footy.
Yes, and then we play the kind of bunnies. Dynamic. We've got an indigenous backline. We've got tough forwards, and we just fucking love attack, but can also be gritty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's exciting brand to watch, and we can take on anyone. Top teams, bottom teams.
I just saw Kieran Foran in the box, and now I know where they won.
Yeah, you'd never count bunnies out of
Coach
any match.
It's very Poppy Foran.
For the last fucking.
It's been like a good decade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has been. And after you guys, again, kicked out of the goddamn competition. 28-12 to the Titans. They're over the Tigers. That's full time.
Last decade, we've only not made the finals once.
I'm the real winner.
Well done, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Shout out to Smudge, turned up. Shout out to Travis Head, turned up.
Yes, also turned up. The Matty Johns show is now on. We aren't going to be providing you companionship for that. And we're probably just going to go and sing some techies in private and enjoy the cricket.
And play pool.
And play some pool.
Love you all.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Seb and Hamish for coming, especially off the back of a bold and great loss in the Gulf. Eddie, not even on the camera anymore. He's walked off screen. Hamish following him. I won. I'm the winner. My bet got up. Fuck you all. I had a testy pop. Manly 13+. Thanks for tuning in. Manly 13+.